YouTube microphone engaged.
Oh! Okay, wait. What is it showing here? This doesn't look right. What screen is that? That's just weird. It's showing the wrong screen. Hold on, people! Hold on. We've got some technical difficulties. In case you didn't know.
Yeah.
Yo!
Woo! All right.
Nice.
Welcome to the Friday Workbench Podcast. And we have a lot of lovely people here today with us. Let me see, who do we have? We have. Hold on. I got to get to Discord to read the names.
Hold up.
We've got Klara, the render artist.
All right.
And also the fortune teller. And more on that shortly. And then we have the incredible ProfNCognito, content creator. And Friday update, beat everybody else to the punch. We've got Frantic Matty, the one and only.
I'm here now as well. Yeah.
Who's here as well? Who's here as well? Going down the list. We got Ollie from.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I was getting to you. Ollie from Aster, right? Are you from Aster?
ASTR and SRS.
All right, and we got Serpentine. Say it the way you like. We've got the
Hello,
incredible edible Storm Trail.
Hey, whoa.
Whoa there.
brother.
Yeah.
Hold up a way to shake it. What did you just say?
Does he like kind of channel Hulk Hogan when he says that? Hey, brother. And we got.
Hey, brother, what you talking about?
And we've got Tony from the NSO, also known as the North Sawyer Isles Overhaul.
Hello, Primogenesis.
Although he's been rendered obsolete by the new update. Oh!
Right.
Hey,
don't say it.
no. I wouldn't consider him obsolete.
No.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Oh my gosh, he's like a dinosaur. He's like a render artist that spends time waiting
Have
20
you-
minutes for something
Wow.
to render. Oh!
Have you seen my skin,
gosh.
man?
Warrior declaring.
I'm having a
There
good
we
time
go.
today. I must be in a good mood. All right, let's check out who's in the chat. We got Pip Plays. We got Simple Mark. Oh, Simple Mark, my buddy who created Telly. We got 5668. We've got Klara, also in the chat. Higo Dolan. Miss Charlotte. Oh, Miss Charlotte, we got your boy on here, Frantic. Say hi to Miss Charlotte. Frantic, say hi.
She's literally right behind me.
Oh! Hi! If anybody does not know Miss Charlotte, I don't think I have her linked, but she is on Frantic's channel. You can link to her and you can find her on Twitch. So check her out. Let's see.
She's not just anyone though, you know.
No.
You know that, Endo.
No, I'm a paid subscriber to her Twitch. Yeah, I'm good. We're good. Yeah. Gary Olafosson. Wow, that's a name. Yay, 144p German Wi-Fi. We got Professor Incognito, of course, saying hi to Charlotte. We got Ghost Vanya. We got Miss Charlotte again. We've got Jack Nibs. Grafton Innes. Grafton Innes? That sounds like it's trying to say something else.
Ooh.
And we have Skippy Dippy. All right, guys. So we are here. I'll read the chat later. Mario just got here. And if we look at my screen, we're looking at the new announcement. But before we get started, Klara, would you like to present any challenges for yourself?
So I am doing another render raffle like I did 2 weeks ago. So go ahead and submit any builds you like, preferably quick builds. Goal is to get it done within an hour into the general chat in Endo's Discord.
Yes.
I will be pulling a winner around 11:40, and you can watch me make a cool.
All
render.
right. So we do have a Klara live cam set up, as you can see on the live stream
Oh,
right now.
so that's why we're not in the workbench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay. I
what?
see.
Okay. So, anyways, Klara's gonna be. We're gonna be switching back and forth to see how Klara's progress is. Again, we're talking, old technology here, running renderings and taking 20 minutes to render out something. But we're gonna go with it, right, Klara?
Yep. It
Klara,
will work.
that's all? You're not gonna fire back any more than that? I'm so sad.
I will not fire back. It will work.
Wow. Okay. Let's leave it there like that.
It
So
will
if you want Klara to render out your build, go to the Endoscope Discord in the link. Wait. What is it? In the description, there's a link. Yeah, we'll just go with that. And submit your build. And Klara will be watching. But for right now, we're going to be taking a look at the announcement, which is the Stormworks Industrial Frontier expansion, targeted for October 13th. Now, we're going to start off positive. Okay, we're gonna go through this and we're gonna say positive things, and then we'll voice our concerns at the end after we get through the long list here that they have presented. Does that sound good for everybody?
Yeah.
All right. Charlotte, does that sound good, Charlotte?
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! By the way, Charlotte does curse on her stream, so be careful. Be careful there.
Oh no.
What do you mean?
That's scary.
Don't think.
You're a what?
I'm family friendly.
Are you? I've seen
not.
things.
Oh,
I've seen things. Excuse me?
I've
Oh no.
yeah.
I've seen
What do you do?
No.
I've seen giraffe things is what I meant. Giraffe things. Jeez.
Ah.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
there's lots of pictures of giraffe things. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so starting off, let's get started. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked with Frantic because I got him here, which is like pulling teeth. But thankfully, we have Charlotte on our, we have Charlotte on our team. So she's on our team. So if Matty, oh god, that's so loud.
I'm sorry for that.
Taking up, boys.
Oh, I got
What happened?
Taking
turn
off,
that
boys.
down. What is going on?
Wow.
Jeez.
That was
that was bad. Okay. Okay, so starting off, I got sidetracked again with the new lands. Okay, I'm going to read this off and we'll just talk about it real quick. Okay, the Industrial Frontier update includes a new 400 square kilometer arid mega island. This is a huge new location and is 2 times bigger. Okay, guys, did you hear that? It's 2 times bigger than the current largest island. Overall, this expansion doubles the total land area in Stormworks to the south of the Stormworks world. This warmer location is a combination of salt flats, arid cliffs, hills, canyons, volcanoes, and industrial facilities, bases, and the keyword more. All right, so what is your first impression, guys? Let's see, who do we got here to go first? I know that Professor already made a video, so you guys can go watch that later. And a link will be in the description. But Professor, what is your first, when you hear new lands, what comes to mind? Yes, good, bad? What do you think?
I mean, yeah, if we actually utilize the land and put some missions on the land, that'd be kind of nice. But it said twice the size. I mean, Sawyer Island's, I think, what, 20 kilometers wide? So we're looking at something that's maybe 40 kilometers wide, possibly. I mean, that's a ton of area to cover. A ton of area.
County or 1.5.
Yeah.
County, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
there's no telling what they can put there. That's the thing. So I'm kind of excited about it. It's good.
So are you guys worried that they are going to make this beautiful landmass with the same emptiness of Sawyer Isles?
I mean, it is a desert.
Yeah, it is a desert.
It really reminds me of like central to eastern, western Australia.
Speaking of Stormwoofs, let me get my little Stormwoof up on the screen here as a avatar. There we go. There's my Stormwoof.
Woof?
Woof. Yeah, if you talk, your avatar will appear, or should appear.
Woof!
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So we're excited about the idea of a large landmass, but we have some concerns about the content on the landmass. Correct?
Definitely.
Yeah,
Not the
correct.
contents, but more the nature of who gets it and who doesn't get it.
Okay, that's that.
Right.
What is part of the DLC and what is free?
That's something we'll be talking about after we get through this, because we did get a little information thanks to Klara's snooping. Is that a good word? Snooping? Were you snooping?
I really just read the public Discord chat, so I wouldn't call it snooping.
All right.
Her research.
All
With her research.
All right.
My 30 seconds of research.
So Ghost says, I don't care about dogs. I want to transform Stormworks into Factorio. Dude, it would not.
Oh.
It wouldn't handle the objects.
No.
The wrong game for that.
It barely handles.
I mean, it would be
my boat.
amazing, but I don't think it's gonna, work well in the gameplay that's already there.
Yeah, I have a video that I did based on Nika's little factory thing that he did, and that was like nothing, and it was kind of difficult to film. So yeah, I don't think more than that would work. All right, so next up is new rail. The new location includes hundreds of kilometers of new train line roads, including, get this, loops, switching stations, storage yards, bridges, and here's that keyword again, more. All right.
Loops, loop arounds has been something we needed for a while.
More.
I'm very excited,
More.
especially about the possibility to now run around your train, because previously the layout was made so that you would have to have a locomotive at each end or spawn a new one every time you get to an end.
All right, let's blow
And maybe the new layout supports more realistic shunting movements
All right, let's blow up these trains
or
a little bit.
actions.
Okay, there you go. There you can see the little train animation going. And you can
Hundreds of kilometers of new train line too. I mean, it's 90K to the Arctic. I think we got maybe like 120, 150 kilometers now of track. So I mean, we're
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
we're
even
doubling
200.
our track. Yeah, we're doubling our track, if not more.
we have any train builders in the chat? Speak up. What do you think about the train update if you're a trainer? Let us know. I don't know, is that a real
Trainer.
thing? A trainer? A railroader?
Trainer.
A railroader?
Training is a real thing, but I don't
If
think
you, if you work in a
to-
gym, maybe you're a trainer.
I'm actually- I'm trying to start my own language, is what the deal is here. I apologize.
Isn't it trainer
yeah,
something
yeah.
you
Doing
cheat,
great
use
job.
it to
What is
cheat
it
in
called?
the game?
What? What's that?
Isn't
What's
the
your language
trainer-
called?
Like a,
Oh,
I'm like,
what?
hey, I'm trying to work out, train, be a trainer. Yeah. Frantic says he's a trainist here. Wait, Frantic, you can
Trainist.
speak in the voice. Come on, man.
You said in chat.
Yeah, but okay. You're right. You're right.
It
I
does,
lost.
it does,
He did
it
say
does not
that.
obstruct you
I
talking.
lost. Okay. Next up is the mining and processing. Mining and processing. Several new mines, and they don't mean like the ones that blow up. And
Oh, I wish we had those though, to be honest.
and quarries are introduced with new surface mineral deposits, so it's turning into Minecraft, that can be mined using the new mining drill, which is not free. I
Yo,
don't think.
Minecraft.
I don't think it's free.
Is that-
I don't think it's free. The extractor
Are we-
ores can be transported to a refinery. Oh, sorry. Transported to a refining and processing facility and foundries to reduce them into pure metal ingots that can be sold at the metal trading yard. All right. Oh, thoughts?
Are we gonna be able to, make Minecrafts? Crafts that mine?
I mean, clearly, there's a drill bit there, so that's
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I always get excited about these updates, and then there's they leave out something that makes it fun, which I'm always worried about. So, okay,
Stolen your fridges.
we'll be revisiting this, but we're gonna get through this, and then we'll revisit all of these things and talk about them a bit more, because we have a lot of concerns. I think we spoke before we started the podcast, and concerns popped up. So we're going to talk about it. So wildlife and farms is another part of this major update / DLC thing. The new wildlife system introduces dozens of species, animals, including wildlife such as deer, badgers, horses, hares. Is that how you spell hares? Is that the correct way to spell it?
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
HARE.
All right. Farm animals such as cattle, sheep, goats, as well as aggressive animals such as various types of bears, wolves, and more. And more. There's more.
Does the goat scream?
They like adding more, don't they? Like, more is a thing. And I always feel like the more is a lie, but
Is there more on every one of these?
yeah, I think so.
Right.
it just means there's one more thing or two more things. I think.
Or one more
It's
thing.
marketing.
It's like
It's easier
It's like
to
when
write.
you run out of ideas and just put etc. at the
I
end.
mean, it
Yeah.
gives the audience
if
a
Captain
way
Cockroach
to
was here,
criticize
he'd say
about
it's a
whatever is
rooster.
possible.
It's a rooster. You got roosters. That's more. So you can see by the animation, there's deer running, there's goats goating, there's a seal sealing with a polar bear polaring.
Seal sealing? What?
I'm
Seal sealing?
Hey,
Is it a normal
Why is
seal
there
or a
seals in the
navy
ceiling?
seal?
you gotta learn. You guys are learning my language here. You guys are getting good. You're getting good.
Seals were already in the game though, so.
Oh, by the way,
Wait, what? No.
Clara, did
They
you?
were.
They were. Yeah,
you
they
get your,
are. You can spawn them.
Did you get your
No.
build, Clara?
I have a current winner, but I'm making sure that it is something that is realistically doable.
Okay, so Clara is checking the build that was submitted. Who's it submitted by, Clara? Do you know?
This one is submitted by, who was it? Ghost Vana 46.
No, Ghost Fauna. Okay, Ghost Fauna's in the chat,
So
I believe.
I'm gonna
Yep.
go and check and see, make sure this is something that is doable.
All right, so
Because
Clara's
obviously
checking
I
your
am
build and will let us know.
What happened?
Okay, next up is the Sea of Thieves update called Stormwoofs. So they're adding Many species, many, it says many. I didn't notice that before, but it says many species of trained and domesticated dogs are introduced in the industrial frontier.
Okay.
They are
We have a beam fight here.
They are a rare encounter. A rare encounter. But useful. A useful thing.
Why are we giggling?
You guys are missing the forklift.
Oh my god.
You're missing
I'm
whatever's happening in game.
I'm not doing
Have I not joined? Oh.
Okay, as you can see, this is what's going on in the game. If you're wondering.
There's definitely no forklift.
Oh my goodness, this is a workbench.
Okay, that's what those guys are doing. But anyways, they are rare encounter and I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But also useful friend and will follow instructions given by a dog whistle. So we're adding dog whistles to the game. Interesting.
But you got to find them like Minecraft wolves.
Yeah, you got to find them. Yeah, I don't know. The dogs randomly venturing out in the world are kind of odd. Is there not a dog shop? As well as having a keen sense for survivors, so they can help you find survivors, I guess, or maybe sinking ships. I don't know. But quick takes. What do you guys think about the Stormwoofs? Right off the bat.
Because we requested quite a lot.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They've got a funny name.
Oh my gosh.
So as you can see in the animation, the dog is fetching the ball, which is cute. Who's ever doing these animations for like the Kraken and the dogs, they're doing a great job. I think the
So update to the forklift battle. The forklift destroyed Tony's craft.
Oh, okay.
Success.
Good.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so anyways, the dog also rides in the car and looks like it's, sticking his head out the window or something, like a real dog. So, looks cool. They're like puppies, actually, also.
Yo, that thing self-writes.
All right, guys, we're trying to almost get to the end here, and then we can do some more concerns and stuff like that. Okay, additional free content. Okay, here's where it's going to get a little bit weird, guys, in the chat. We had to read this like 5 times, and we still weren't sure what it means. But additional free content. The Industrial Frontier expansion is a DLC, okay? It's a DLC. And so it will be a paid update. Okay?
Yeah.
Are we getting that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you tell me if you understand this, Matty. However,
Yeah.
we will also be releasing a free major update at the same time, including an industrialization of the Sawyer Isles with loads of new rail line across the island. So that's an update on the original old island, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be free.
Right.
But not this new island, right? Is that what you're getting?
No. I think that, yeah.
But we're getting it.
Okay. And the new mining mechanics for coal and uranium will also be included in the base game with a new career fuel management system. Okay?
Yeah.
And
so any quarries will probably just get updated.
all right. So just out of curiosity, Frantic, let me get your take on this. Do you think that when the update comes, you will be able to visit the land down under and see the desert? Will you be able to do that when the free update without the DLC? Can you?
I don't think so. But I also don't get how they're going to do that with the way they've normally done the updates.
All right. So Maddie's a little bit confused on that too, and then we were too. I'm going to switch over to this screenshot that Klara found. And it has beginner answering a question about the Arid Island DLC. Okay? And
That's by Toastry.
And what it
right?
says, yeah, Toastry is asking, right? Oh, is that our Toastry?
Yeah. That's our Toastry.
Oh, okay. So Toastry was asking, is the island going to be accessible, without buying the DLC?
Mm-hmm.
And Beginner says, I think the locations will be available for all players in the add-on editor, but they will just not spawn in a new world with no DLC enabled.
Oh.
What do you guys think about that?
Kind of weird.
I don't
Yeah,
like
it's a bit
precedent.
strange.
So with the add-on editor, you can still spawn stuff in the area, but the map won't be there. Is that?
Yeah.
Right. Is that?
It sounds like it's more a compatibility thing for certain add-ons. Like if someone has an add-on that adds stuff to both Sawyer
From what I've
and the other one.
From what I've seen in the NSO developer chat while we were having a chat about it, and Toastry asked, Toastry was actually really happy with that answer, because that means that he can work on it. He can also get a ping like, hey, does this person have a DLC, and can I make the Lua for that? And so it will allow both add-on developers and maybe even mod developers to just work on DLC that not everyone might have, and it will not break.
Okay, but how do you feel about this idea?
I think it's good. I think it's good that you don't need to have the DLC to mod the game.
Okay, so you guys don't mind that you can't reach an area, even if it was like not populated by all the features? You don't think that you should have that landmass available on the base game?
No,
because that's the DLC, right? We also have the gun parts right here.
I felt like
right, but why is this a DLC and why wasn't the little Ring of Fire a DLC? Why wasn't the Arctic a DLC?
Well, smaller.
Yeah, I feel like less work.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like
having modified the warp myself.
But this is like, I mean, we are
definitely
getting
less work.
basically half a whole nother half game out of it, a whole nother half landmass. So
Yeah,
I mean, of course, I'm gonna buy the DLC. I think most of you will buy the DLC.
yes, same.
I will. Yeah,
But it just seems
Yeah.
Yeah,
really odd to lock land behind a paywall. Like, I don't know.
They've got to do
that would-
something though, because otherwise, what's the point in there being a DLC?
Well, I feel like
I don't think
all
it's
the
weird
features
to
that they
lock
were
land
doing, right?
behind DLC.
I think.
But what do we
like,
get
they
different with
say
that
the
island that we don't
major
get with the
update is so
Sawyer? Because we're
small.
getting everything we get on the desert that we get in Sawyer as well, though. The uranium and coal
Right.
processing.
Yeah, true.
Are we? Do we know that?
Well, that's what it said at the end there. It said that they are getting the uranium part on Sawyer and industry, some industry things or do over. I don't know, a makeover. I don't know. So I think it's kind of a concern because okay, so then what happens? Like Klara is saying, what happens after this? Is there going to be a mountain range DLC? Is there going to be a tropical, location DLC? Is that the new wave of DLC? Paying for
well,
land?
I guess.
And
Yeah, it's.
we think that's a good idea? Do we think it's a good idea?
Do we think it's a good idea? Probably not, but
I definitely don't.
So Professor says no. What do you think, Frantic? Good idea or bad idea?
I think it's all right. I don't see a problem with it.
Okay, Klara?
I don't like it. I just feel like that creates a precedent for like endless amounts of DLC.
Ollie?
I really think I kind of agree with Tony that it makes sense why they would lock it behind a paywall because it's a lot of work and they want their money back for that work. But at the same time, as Klara says, it makes for a really like two-sided thing where it's like, yeah, they can now have the precedent to do that, but then at the same time, it's like wrong to do that in my mind.
Is it wrong? Is it something necessary for you to play the game? It's just another place to go to, and
yeah, but like
you
the
decide
game
what you decide
already
what to pay
paid.
for.
do we know how much it's going to cost us as well?
No.
That's the question.
We don't
At least
but-
$10, right? So base game is $25. DLC for the weapons 10.
So how much
another 10.
hours do you guys have in the game?
Thousands.
Way
feel
too
like-
many.
Yeah, I feel like that's an important question because at this
I
point
got
we've paid-
1,500.
We've paid about $20 for 15 hours of
Right.
fun and enjoyment. Then if you
Is
pay
it
for a
fun and
DLC,
enjoyment, though?
that's for you to decide. That's for you.
Yeah,
to
if it's
decide.
sometimes I can't consider
you-
what I'm
if
doing
Sometimes
enjoyable.
it's closer to pain and suffering.
If you don't see that DLC as worth your money because you already know that Stormworks isn't really giving you enjoyment, then don't get it because
Yeah.
you don't need it. You have gotten Stormworks. You might not enjoy it now as much as you did before, but you have put so much hours in. I think it's well worth the 1,500 hours if it's $20.
If it's 20,
Like,
yeah.
what 20?
Oh,
Sure, it's like going out. It's like going out to the
price
movies
and
and getting some
money.
popcorn
Yeah, this
and
is
then
the
watching
base
it
game.
like 100 times after that.
It's your money indeed, and you decide what you pay your money towards. If they want to make it paid, then of course it's sad because you cannot get it for free. But that's the way that the entertainment industry works. You cannot get things for free unless you pirate it, which is not something that I recommend. Or
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I've never had trouble with the DLC. You see a lot of comments. Oh, you're charging for weapons. Oh, you're charging. That's not a big deal to me because I know that they need to make money because they need to pay their people and they need to keep going and support the game. So it's not a big deal. it's just a little mixed feelings about making a landmass a DLC. This is not like DCS, DCS, what you call it, the jet simulator where you're buying a whole landmass that you're gonna fight over and all this stuff. This is like part of like
I'm also
a base world.
Kind of
really
getting the Space Engineers feeling, because Space Engineers started to just make DLCs for literally everything, and at this point it's more like money farming.
If you have a bad feeling about it and you don't want to pay for it, then don't. Because I definitely know that I want to play it, and I definitely know that
I'm gonna
DLC...
buy it for sure, because it's exactly what I wanted the game to be.
Yeah.
Right. It's not that. It's just the idea is a little bit like, I feel like feature sets and
for new players, I think it's something that's kind of a put off. I don't know. That's probably where
maybe that's what it is. But like features like the Stormwoofs, like, okay, if you had an animal DLC, totally get that. It's adding features that I don't need, or I do need, or I want it, whatever. A landmass seems like it's part of the base world, so that's why I get a little bit weird on that. Farming, fishing, anything like that, if they went DLC with that, that's fine. Sales, I think, should be base game if they ever do sales. It just seems like a base game add-on. But landmass, I don't know why that bothers me.
If they were to do space, that should be easy, but I wouldn't. I kind of dislike the idea of them doing space if there's bugs to fix.
Right. Okay, and that is...
I mean, in the future, maybe, okay.
Okay, and I think that's another huge thing, what you're bringing up, Serpentine, is that the game is still, I'm sorry, it's still early access quality, which I think is a problem too. And I think that's why the landmass bothers me a bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Storm, you're here. You're still here. Storm, what are your thoughts, man?
Yeah.
Give me some thoughts, man.
So, I think how they handled the weapons DLC was great. There was no landmass. It was perfect. Like, if you didn't have the DLC, you couldn't shoot the guns. Makes sense.
Yeah, I agree.
You can join the server if they had guns.
And it
Makes
teased
sense.
you. It teased you. That's awesome.
Yeah. This, however, is a whole different thing, because you have land, which we all expected the desert. Some of us knew that the desert was going to come because of game files, but I don't think anyone expected it to be something you have to pay for. I feel like land should not be something you pay for. The mechanics like dogs and stuff, that's different. You could pay for that if you wanted it. And the other stuff is pretty good as well. But I don't think you should pay for land. That is where I'm
only in real life, right?
Like functionality.
Only in real life. Only in real life.
I was expecting them to do something similar to the weapons DLC, where you have the landmass that's actually part of the game, so people can explore the world and have more to the world, because currently the world is kind of boring, and adding more to the world as they say they will, without putting it behind the paywall, it's just gonna bring more enjoyment for people. And then just lock the mining of ores, mining of the uranium, and refineries and all that behind the paywall. So it's not, you get the land, but you get no usability out of the land if you don't have the DLC.
Yeah, let's do a little poll here while we're working. But yeah, so we've got some mixed feelings, I'm sure, in the chat and here as well. So I mean, I'm gonna buy it. That's not even a question. It just
I'll probably buy it as well.
Yeah, same.
So it's just I don't know. It just rubs me the wrong way a little bit for people that are coming into the game, I think. I don't know. But yeah. All right, the poll is up. Should the new land be behind a paywall? There you go. Yes, no. So we'll check that out. We got 30 people watching. Matt, did you send your community over here at all? Or you didn't do that?
No. I didn't even know this was happening.
Oh, okay.
Storm Trail, why are you dead?
Go make a post, man. Go make a post if you could. If you would kindly do that, you don't have to. I don't mean to pressure you. Storm, did you send people over here?
Yes, I did.
Professor?
Always, they should be.
Cool, thank you. All right, so let's see. We got Klara on the screen right now, looking at a wheel. I don't know what the guys are doing. We've got a container cart going on in the thingamabob here. But let's go ahead and go back to some of the features and talk about them, how we feel about some other things.
Oh boy.
All right. So
Oh no.
let's start at the top. Okay, that's landmass. Okay, so it's gonna be
Oh, what are you doing, Tony? What are you doing?
it's gonna
I'm
be
gonna
huge. The landmass is
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
top
2 times
this.
larger, and so we talked about that a bit. But
Oh no, it has a
but what-
manual.
But how worried are we about it being like the initial launch of Sawyer Isles, where it was relatively empty? I know we said it's a
God.
desert, so a desert's going to be empty.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like the whole point of the NSO was to add points of interest, and they did a pretty good job just on the northern side of Sawyer Isles, adding points of interest, towns and stuff like that. Do you guys think that this new landmass is going to be a huge desert, as in a huge desert, or is there going to be some points of interest? What are your thoughts?
I think it might be a desert, but I think they're going to revamp Sawyer a little bit too, because some of the screenshots look like there's some revamps, especially with the train tracks.
Okay, but do you think that you're going to get, not only is this a large landmass, but oh look, there's something in the distance that I want to go check out? You going to get that feeling, or is it going to be, oh, there's...
maybe not in nature, but maybe with some of the industrial stuff.
Yeah. Wait, what are you thinking? 1 or 2 points? 3? What are you guessing?
Well, there's clearly some sort of like radio satellite dish. There's big, huge industrial zone behind it. Some sort of power plant. I mean, it's at least 40K wide. It's got to have something more than that on it. So
I gotta think
I hope there would be something more than that on it.
This inspiration must have been like from Nevada or something.
I feel like Frantic and I are going to be playing the long drive in Stormworks.
Dude, yes.
Trying to figure
The
out.
long
what-
drive is like the greatest game.
Yeah, we're just going to be... someone's going to make...
Messed it up.
I think that's actually going to be a new add-on.
Ah!
You know?
I died.
Long drive add-on.
No.
They're going to add the rabbits, and the rabbits are going to attack you and kill your...
It
So
does
you
say
go-
salt flats somewhere, right?
It did say salt
It does,
flats.
yeah.
Yeah, it does say salt flats.
That'd be interesting.
Oh,
That's
racing!
vehicles. Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
Ooh, maybe there's, maybe
Racing's gonna be
Drag
good.
racing.
Yeah, there is...
Finally,
I
thinking
don't...
flat.
I don't think there's anybody here in the chat from the one of the discords, but I think there's like 2 discords that are dedicated to racetracks and racing in the current Stormworks version. So if you're in the chat, let us know what the discord is, because they're just dedicated to like making racetracks and doing timed trials and stuff like that. So this might be, providing you can actually drive around pretty quickly, you can probably have a nice racetrack, right? Race course, I guess, would be the right word.
Probably.
Yeah. So, moving on, I guess that's kind of, we can only speculate on what kind of points of interest they're going to have. But new rail system. Now, this is a big thing. A lot of people play with trains. A lot of people hate the trains and the train tracks.
Why would you hate the trains?
Because-
Trains are amazing.
No, that there's nothing to
No,
do with
they're
them.
horrible.
That there's missing
In the current state, they are actually
bogies.
horrible.
Is that what they're called? Bogies? Is that what they're called?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
some people call them trucks, some call them bogies.
Okay.
I wish there was a way
call
to
them
get the trains
boogies.
off the track.
Yeah,
I mean, there is
I've-
technically,
I've
by
never tried that.
technicality.
Is there a way to do it?
Yes, by technicality, you can. If you drive fast enough,
No,
you can go
but-
through the end. You can go through the ending part of the track at the end points,
Oh well.
and then
that
you
is
just
not what I
derail.
mean.
But you can't derail as like normal when you drive too fast in a turn. Your train doesn't flip over. It just stays on the tracks.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
No,
I
you
mean, like,
you can literally go so fast.
I'd like to transport a train to the rails on a truck or something, and then
I mean, you
Or
can
no,
do that.
just
You can
load
do that.
trains onto
And then
ships. That would be so cool.
unload it.
No, I think what Maddie's
No, if
talking
you-
about.
you,
Maddie's talking about what I think we were talking about earlier.
here?
You can't lift trains off the tracks.
Yeah, exactly.
And then,
Right, but like,
yeah.
like, who was suggesting that we kill the train track that goes to?
Yeah, I was saying that. So what I
what?
was saying earlier was when we were talking before the stream that they should remove the giant railroad that goes to the Arctic and then give us the ability to put trains onto ships, so you can drive the train straight off the side of the harbor into a boat or ship.
That's a cool idea.
That would be very
Because
cool.
that's something they do in real life. For example, between Germany and Sweden, there's some of the ferries transport like containerized cargo on rail cars inside the ferry. You just drive them onto it.
Right. I have a question. Okay, well, let me make a new poll real quick. So 38 people voted. 32% said yes. The new land should be behind a paywall. 68% said no. But I want to start a new poll because I'm just curious. And I'm curious about you guys as well. How many of you actually go up into the north?
I do.
I do to test my plane.
But that's because I like snow a lot.
I'd go there for testing engines sometimes for cooling reasons.
Yeah, maybe to test trains sometimes.
Okay.
I go there with a container mission.
I-
and then I get
I also
stuck there
go
for a
there because
while
of
and
big
have to do
waves.
missions. Yeah.
Okay, so I have been there. You know when I went there, Frantic, was when you did that challenge with the bomber or the plane that had to make it to the north within a certain amount of fuel or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, that was a while ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago. But I think that's the last time I went up there, like
Oh, really?
on purpose.
I enjoy the weather up there.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I like it, but like the landmass is a little bit boring, isn't it?
Fair.
The landmass is boring.
I mean,
I
So
wish
are we
there was
getting
more,
are we
but I
getting air
love the
conditions
weather.
for the south? We can keep ourselves
Oh.
cool.
Yeah, are we? That's a good one, actually.
Our engine's gonna overheat more.
We have heaters.
Yes, actually, I did go down there. It does increase your. If you look at the heat map, actually, right now, you
Yeah,
can
it gets
see
really red.
it gets really red. Yes, your engines do get hotter there. So if you're like on the borderline of overheating with any of your creations, it will probably tip it over.
Yeah, I want an air condition block, just like our heater.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that would
air
be
conditioning.
air conditioning.
Oh, that
I'm
might be
sure
something
air
they add.
conditioning-
Is
I mean,
This is fake.
But I think they should. What should exist is if you have, for example, you can enclose volumes and make custom volumes
Mhm.
that and they for example reduce drag and they also let you flood them with fluid. So what they could do is they could use that and like the functionality of enclosed volumes to have heat in rooms. So you can actually have engine rooms be hot and then the rooms outside be cold.
Oh, that sounds like a major feature. I could be wrong, but
yeah, I feel like that would probably have to have quite a lot of code with it too.
Ali, why are you typing? Just speak up, man.
We're talking in the chat in the thing.
Oh, okay. So Red, what is his name? Red Wither, ITA, said they should finally change the docks and make them ferry friendly if they actually have the trains go onto ships. Do you guys hate the docks? I hate the docks.
They're a bit too high.
Yes.
The
We
docks
don't have
are
anywhere we
so
can drive.
high.
There's
I've
nowhere, yeah,
never
they're
really
so
used
high.
them.
You can't drive anything onto a ship without it being a massive ship.
Right. And
Yeah, or trying to load containers.
and NSO.
Oh, you know what I want more too?
What's
Is
that?
like boat ramps.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's no boats.
That's what I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
you can't-
NSO has that, right?
I've only seen one boat ramp in the entire game world,
Oh, Captain.
and it's like
It's
somewhere in
Are
the
you,
random.
It's the
Arctic.
Coast Guard base.
Are you
It's
not
the Coast Guard island.
available online,
That too,
Captain?
but there's
Yeah,
also
we're
one in
talking-
And then
Arctic.
this, yeah,
Is there?
one in the Arctic and one
Oh,
in
the
Coast Guard
scrapyard.
base.
Yeah, the shipbreaker yard.
Yeah, ship. What is it? The Shipbreaking Limited or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck it's called. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
we really need some more boat ramps.
Beep. Oh, you cannot. Hey, where's Captain? Captain, go into a channel up above. Just join a channel up there. I thought I added you as a podcaster. Sorry about that. Okay, let's just.
I'm sorry to interrupt. This isn't related to what we're actually talking about. But how do I get into the multiplayer?
How do you get in it?
Yeah, like there's. I
Yeah,
have three
Captain.
things showing up here. I'm not sure which ones. I'm guessing it's the one with 9 people on it.
Well, it should. You
Is
should see
Not
one of
Man
our
on your
names. One of our names should be in there.
Is not Man in it, or
No, not. I don't think. I don't know. Is he?
and then it's not showing up. I mean, there's one with.
My God,
Yeah,
there's a
one with
naked man
William.
in my screen. What is going on there? What is going
I
on?
think that's worse. I think that's worse than swearing.
Captain, Captain is
Honestly, I
here.
think
Hello.
you've missed a lot of random stuff.
All right,
there, Endo.
all right.
This is the least random that was been
Okay,
happening.
real quick, Captain. Can you give us a summary of your thoughts up to the new rails? That's where we're at now.
Yeah, I'm my whole thing with I don't like the rails going up to the Arctic. I really hope that they make that so that we can deselect it at least I would love to see all that bridge going up to the Arctic go away. Now that we're getting rail on the main island and down at the new island, it would be
and
nice
then
to
allow
get
us
rid of
to put rail cars on ships.
Yes,
Exactly.
that would be fantastic. I think that shouldn't be too hard if they just put like a rail segment that you can put on a ship. You'd have to join them up and then send the car across, or even the simple way to do it would be you could detach the rail car from the rails and then use a crane to put the train car on. That's how they used to do it back, World War II. I think they were transporting trains to go put on rails in Europe.
I mean, they do it today as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Just on normal ferries with train tracks.
They already have a hardpoint connection system. If they had a specific ferry dock where you would have to connect, you put the hardpoint connectors on the front of your ferry, you'd have to connect it and then drive the train across, and then it'd essentially go rail to rail. That would be fantastic.
Oh, it's Frantic that's naked. Why are you naked, Frantic?
Wait, is Frantic the naked dude?
What do you mean?
Yes,
Insane.
Frantic is the naked man.
Yeah.
Matty, I see how it is.
yeah.
You're trying to get me banned, man.
He's driving. He's driving
I've
a
literally
forklift
got
naked.
clothes on. What do you mean?
That's not very OSHA.
Well,
Yeah, health and safety doesn't like that, do they?
yeah, the new
I got
area
a
is supposed to be a
helmet on until I
desert.
get in the
Got a helmet on, yeah. No orange vest though. Come on.
I'm the only one who's wearing the right equipment for this.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Go hijack the.
All right.
the
So
handle.
the train does say that it's introducing loops. I assume that we have complete circuit now. That goes around the whole island or something. Maybe.
Oh, that would be amazing.
That would be nice.
Switching stations, which I assume are those the turntables? Or is that a switching station? What is a switching station?
I hijacked you, Frantic.
It could be the turntables, or just like a essentially like the rail yard I go to IRL. They have 4 tracks and they split the train up, and then they load the 4 sections of the train.
Oh,
and
yeah. Okay.
Then the train will back up, grab a section, pull forward, back up, grab the next section, pull forward, and it will so you can split the train essentially.
And there's the thing where you can run around your train, as I've said before. It's like attach the locomotive to the other end by like going
On a spur,
around it,
yeah.
basically. Yes, and that's what you weren't able to do in the current layout, which is like a very fundamental thing to do.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be cool. The other thing I'd like to see
I mean,
is
NSO does it.
the other thing I'd like to see is the ability to have multiple workbenches at that switching yard, because currently you have to launch a section of your train, hook it, pull it up, launch another section, hook it, pull it up, where if you could launch 4 sections of your train, you could then use the train to move back and forth and grab all 4 sections, launch 4 more, go grab them, so you could actually build proper large trains.
Okay. All right. And so you're excited about the trains, right, Captain?
Yeah, I really didn't do anything with trains for a while until Steam Pistons came out. Then I've been kind of really into the trains, but the industry is huge for me. That was what I really wanted the update to be, and I never thought they'd get to it this quick.
It's amazing.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's it was. I remember back in farming some days where you'd go and you'd grab like gravel, and then you'd go grab water, and you'd have to bring it to the facility. Then you'd make concrete, and you'd have to transport that to the construction yard.
Oh no, that was there's like some construction simulator games I remember.
Yeah, there were a bunch of those too. Yeah,
This
really
enables also so many more possibilities in terms of like actual freight transport on rail, which is what I've been doing with the modular cargo system. But now it has a purpose
Yeah.
or more meaning to it.
Yeah. So something that's I just had a thought and then it left me. What was it? Sorry, I was reading the chat. Ha! Darn it! What was it? Oh, I was gonna say, I feel like. Well, let me read this poll real quick before I say what I feel like. But the poll is saying, do you ever play up north? 64%, 42 votes go up north, so that's cool. But I want to do one more poll here because they're kind of fun, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I like the polls.
So here's my question. Are you guys ready for my question?
We're ready.
Drop.
Oh no.
Should Frantic put on pants?
Frantic put on
Nobody
pants.
wants that.
Charlotte, can we get a input from you? Should Frantic put on pants, Charlotte?
I don't know if that's the best
He's not paying
direction.
attention.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, actually, the question to Charlotte should be: Is Frantic wearing pants?
Oh yeah! Oh my gosh.
Did they drop build and rescue?
All right, so should they drop after where the game is going currently, and it's been this way for a while? Should they drop the build and rescue of the game?
I don't.
It's never felt like a rescue game to me. Maybe that's.
Is it build and rescue? Is it build and destroy? Or is it search and build?
Well, I feel like that's part of the community's argument every time something comes out that they don't like. Is they start yelling, "Well, this is a Coast Guard game. Why are you adding this?" I don't think it's a Coast Guard game anymore.
No,
no.
You just
really
convinced.
Isn't.
Yeah, you just
I mean,
convinced
it's more
me.
about the building.
What's that? What's that, Captain?
I initially, was going to say leave it as kind of a, I don't know, as a nostalgic thing of this is where the game started. But the real point of a building game is to build whatever you want, and no matter you try to pigeonhole people into a certain category, they're always going to break out and do whatever. People have always been building steampunk airships in game. Mm-hmm. And so, I was like, no, keep it build and rescue, and yeah, you can do these 100 other things. But like you said, people are like, oh, it's Coast Guard theme, we shouldn't do this. But at the end of the day, people are going to build what they want to build, and I think it should be embraced, people's innovation. And so, whatever they want to call it, Stormworks, build and explore, build and adventure, build whatever. I think that's really, that'll kind of quiet that group down of who always say, oh, it should all be Coast Guard, but it should be whatever people want to make. That's the whole point of a building game.
Yeah, it's really evolved.
I like what you said. Stormworks build whatever. That's what it should be called.
Build whatever. I like
build whatever.
Yeah. Sarcastic whatever with whatever and a shrug.
Build whatever. That
was really good.
Oh yeah, shrug emote.
A shrug emote at the. That's it. We should contact Deltars. Stormworks build whatever.
Yeah.
And a shrug emote and like eyes rolling or something.
Yeah.
Welcome to Stormworks build whatever.
Build whatever, dum dum.
All right. So next up, what is flying in the background? What is that thing flying in the background?
Endo's gonna have to start his videos with "Welcome to Stormworks build and whatever."
Build whatever.
What is that flying thing in the background there,
whatever.
guys? What is that?
I don't know. It's something. I don't know what it is.
It looks cool.
Something. Whatever.
I think the fog makes it look cool. I don't know. But anyways, moving on. Captain, this is your section, I think. Mining and processing. Processing.
This got me. I was expecting kind of a basic, kind of like how coal is. They would just drop the ore, and so this kind of took me by surprise. And I really enjoyed it. That they're going to have a mining drill. I've actually took some pictures yesterday of an IRL excavator, and I was like, oh, it'd be cool to make an excavator. I'm like, there's not really much to do with it, but you could lift a container onto a ship with it. Well, now you have a reason to build some construction equipment. And I really enjoy the, I forget who made that mining truck, but that's an awesome mining truck. I built my own mining truck. Part of the fun, I think, for me in the game is you have a job to do and you say, okay, well, I need 10 new builds to do it. Well, that's the fun. That's the main thing which really shines with this game is building stuff. And so if you want to go do mining, you could spend 300 hours building 10 different pieces of equipment to go do the mining, or you could go in the workshop and download somebody else's builds and go enjoy that part of the content. So I'm really looking forward to that, building all the different vehicles.
Yeah, and I've always been surprised when I'm doing the Stormy Awards. I have a section for I don't have specifically mining stuff, but I have tractors and cranes and wreckers and stuff like that. And there are a lot of people that have been building this stuff since the game started, and now finally they have a reason for all these wonderful things they built. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And I think that's to go back to your point of changing the name is, people are going to build whatever they feel like, whatever they're interested in. The train community, all they do all day long is build trains. You have the before weapons DLC, people built, every piece of military hardware they could that had no function. And it also tells the devs where we want the game to go as we build stuff and say, hey, tons of people want military stuff. Let's do weapons DLC. And so the game can go where we want it to go.
Yeah. Do you guys feel, okay, this is going to be my little tiny poke. not on purpose.
Don't show us your tiny.
I know. I'm sorry. That's
No, don't.
my
don't
wording is
steal
bad.
the-
My
don't
wording is
steal the
bad.
helicopter.
But
Phrasing.
This man has stolen the helicopter.
when I see this and I see all these amazing ideas, and these are amazing ideas. These are good things for the game. They're not negative. The thing that always brings it down for me is like, you couldn't really. I mean, you can because they do, but you can't have a dedicated server that runs smoothly with these awesome new features. And that's what I think always brings it down a little bit, is you can't have like a community server where people are just really enjoying all these features at the same time. I wish they would fix that. Like, can you imagine how good this game would be if they could just get multiplayer and lag under control?
That'd be fantastic.
My God. I mean, because I watched Frantic and Professor and Captain play career mode, and it's kind of fun to watch. They have come up with some really cool vehicles, and they come into like these situations where they lose their vehicles or something bad happens. But if they were on a dedicated server that was like super polished and super friendly, lag friendly, it would be
cool.
fun to watch.
It'd be super fun
and play with these guys.
Great.
Like, how fun would it be to get a group of us together and go on a dedicated role-playing server and just, play?
Oh, that would be awesome.
That would be fantastic.
Amazing.
Yeah,
it would be.
It would also
There
bring
was a server that tried to do that, and it was decently executed, but in the end,
Skunkworks. That was the only server that actually worked.
Well, it wasn't Skunkworks. It was like an actual full-on roleplay server.
There's one right now.
Oh, roleplay server. Yeah, okay.
Is this attached?
It
to
was
it?
an older one.
Sorry, side note.
What's that, bud?
But that one didn't really work properly. Skunkworks is like the only server that's been reliably
Skunkworks
working
is the only server
until it
that
died.
really worked.
Until it died because of the devs kind of killing it off by not really by neglecting the whole of multiplayer. But we did discuss this
right after
couple
Skunkworks
of weeks
died.
ago.
They made an update for multiplayer.
Yeah.
We discussed this a couple of weeks ago, where about why multiplayer is so difficult in this type of game, and it's relating to physics and because of the physics engine.
Okay. What are you guys doing on the server?
Oh, I have no clue what's going on anymore.
Can you see the phone?
Whatever, man.
Frantic, what are you doing?
It's attached to me.
Is that
I
Maddie?
can't do anything with it.
Yeah, you're running around and it's like
glued
moving
to him.
around.
Yeah.
Getting run over by Frantic.
They're so
See,
weird.
this is what happens
Normal
when you
stuff.
don't wear proper safety equipment. You get
Oh,
glued to
you're being
things.
hunted by the
Hey,
damaged vehicle.
bro, is this a Rickroll right here?
oh,
I
boy.
guarantee you.
All right,
it
so
is.
reading the chat really quick, we've got Bishop saying that Stormworks emoji.
No, it's not a
whatever,
rickroll. I know what this is.
which is cool. I like that.
What is it?
I
Uh,
remember this
Frantic,
URL.
please.
Ghost
Chill.
Vanya wants.
You
Oh,
scooped me up.
We want
Frantic just
factorial
coming
themed
around,
contest.
scooping everyone up.
Interesting. Let's see.
Oh, what is going on?
So Red Wither
This
says
is
no new
shameless
weapons with the
plugging,
mining tools. I'm like talking over people. It's funny. Let's see. Pilot says this doesn't seem like a major update. I think it does actually, Pilot. if
No,
you
no,
look
this
at
is a this is a
I think it's a
th-
major
this
It
is
is
the
a
most major
DLC.
update.
Yeah.
I
This
think
is
it's
the most
super
major
major.
update.
I
The
think-
most major update they've done.
I think the major update itself, like the free stuff, is super small.
Right.
Yes,
Just
that's
based off,
the
like they literally gave a small, tiny, like not even a paragraph about it. A few sentences on it.
Man, unfortunately I always, with every major update, I have to say it's got potential to be great, and I don't know what's going to happen to make it sour. But right now it has a potential to be great, so we'll see what happens.
I like the look of the new bit, to be fair.
I do,
The
I do.
free bit.
Delta says
Yeah.
Stormworks needs to enable people to do whatever rather than restrict them. I think that's fair. I think, Stormworks should be... I think that's another thing that I always go back to with Stormworks is, like, sometimes they try to balance the game, and it's kind of negative, right? Because, like, people were using...
Frantic, please. You hooked me
People were
again.
using the... I forgot what they were using. They were using the
It's on fire now.
catalytic converters
Yo, how in the world?
for pumps, right? So that you could
Oh, no.
raise your submarine. And so they disabled that, so you can't use those for your pump. You can use like some other part now.
Frantic's gonna kill us
But-
all with this thing.
It seems like they don't
What's he
need to
doing?
restrict the game so much as far as like trying to balance it, because the players kind of balance their vehicles themselves to a certain extent.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we have to balance the vehicles.
And there frankly doesn't need to be too much balance if you're not in a competitive multiplayer environment. It's
Right.
like a game
Right,
like
yeah,
Escape
agree.
from Tarkov. You need balance because, you know, you essentially you're ruining other people's gameplay if it's not balanced. Well, in a server, you could have server rules that do the balance, but you know, you look at people building airships with glitches. You see, like, you know, one of my tankers, I'm at about half the oil capacity of the real life one that I built. And so I need to use the pivot glitch. Well, if they took the glitch away, well, I can't build what I want to build, so it ruins my gameplay. And so it should be
They've
an
done
open
that before.
environment.
I've lost half my builds recently with this new clutch update. So
I haven't been affected by the clutch
oh,
update
it
at
has
all,
ruined
really.
it has ruined half my builds. I
Well,
don't know what's going on with them. Engines just don't run right.
Well, you know what it probably is. Are you doing clutches on off, or are you doing them progressive auto clutching like real life?
I don't know. I can't remember.
If you actually progressive clutch, like you're doing in a manual car where you lift the clutch slowly, they work perfectly fine. But if you're doing on and off, that's bad. That's where it gets.
That's where they've got you. Okay.
Yeah. And that's realistic. You know, you need to do a progressive clutching IRL, or you're going to stall.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's, you know, I know it breaks builds, but, you know, I think as a community, we kind of tell them, you know, oh, we want more realism, or some part of the community says that. And then when we get it, it breaks builds and it's annoying.
Oh, it's like when gearboxes broke for like they would actually break under pressure. I think that
was terrible. Yeah.
Whose landing was that, by the way? Is that Professor?
I think that was Leopard. Don't blame that on me. Come on, I'm better than that.
Someone folded the rotor and it fell.
What is going on?
Okay, Drez has a good question. Do you think
so chaotic?
Okay, question for you guys. Drez is asking, does the Arctic need a special material or something that you can't get anywhere else? I guess so. You need to transport it from the Arctic.
Yes,
that would be cool.
Yeah, that would make it inclusive. Yeah.
That would be.
They could have Arctic oil, like in Norway.
Give the Arctic a use.
Well, currently the Arctic. The most important thing about the Arctic, which is actually pretty realistic, is the oil is incredibly cheap. I did a video that it was 25 cents for a liter of oil, and so you could do one trip and make $1 million. And then if you bring diesel up to the Arctic because it's so remote, that is hugely profitable. But
I'm on fire.
It'd be cool if they had some sort of item that was only Arctic.
That's all you really get, though, is the transport missions. Like, I mean, you don't get missions up there until you're actually up there.
Yes.
I think I've only had one instance where I had a transport the scientist up to the Arctic, and it was from, like, Komodo or something.
Yeah.
It's mostly the containers.
The only time I ever had that. I mean, the mission paid, like, $43,000. It was ridiculous for 2 people. But it's the only time I've ever had a mission from one island to the other.
Yeah.
So...
That was something that I'm hoping for the new arid biome. Is airplanes are pretty much useless unless they're VTOLs at this point.
No. There's some flat ground where you can actually land an airplane.
Oh yeah, you could do like that, but like you see like
oh my gosh, why is it connected to you?
You see people building these fantastic airliners, but we really need almost like a Stormlink type thing where you can go from Tajin in the Arctic all the way down to the arid desert to take full use of a full-size jet and transport 20 people from Tajin down to.
Commercial airline sounds like another DLC, Captain. So Walker,
what is going on?
Walker, Texas Ranger. I gotta tell you, I think it's Walker, Texas. Is that the one I'm reading? Wait, I just lost it. Oh yeah, Walker, Texas Ranger. There's this misconception that they're working on a new engine for Stormworks. From everything that I've heard in the Q&As, they are not. Oh, no, they're not working on an engine for Stormworks. The new engine is
for Stormworks 2.0.
2.0 or space,
probably,
or whatever
something
they do.
or
a completely different game.
Yeah,
it's not for Stormworks.
Yeah, it's not for Stormworks. So unless they come out and change their mind about it, right now it is not. There's no engine coming for Stormworks. What we got is what we got.
And it doesn't make sense for them to, just from a business standpoint, even if they wanted to put a new engine out for this version of Stormworks, if they said that, everybody's going to be pissed if it doesn't come out and it doesn't come out perfectly. Where it'd be, if they make one for the new game, they say, oh, well, we can port this to Stormworks.
What?
Then that would be the time to do it.
Yes, everybody died. Everybody died because someone spawned meteors.
Matty? Matty.
That wasn't me. I was happy enough with.
Look at there's a raging forest fire over there. It looks like,
yes, I'm gonna extinguish the forest fire.
It looks like hell over there. Nice job.
If it's a multiplayer, hoses won't work if it's multiplayer.
Why not?
Oh, that's fine.
It's broken.
I don't know.
It's broken.
Yeah, bro.
No, hoses do work. It's just that the fire is desynced usually.
Oh.
Well, sometimes it's desynced.
You can put them out with fire extinguishers, no problem. I've just had issues with hoses in multiplayer.
Oh, you just have to have enough pressure.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Been someone off me.
So Pilot, Tony's in the past has spoke a lot about what they could do for fixing multiplayer, but so far they haven't really addressed anything to do with it. So we don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know what's gonna happen. How are you doing, Klara? You've been quiet. Let's go back to Klara.
Oh yeah, Klara, you're also
She's been focused.
Let's see here. Okay, so looking at Klara's screen here, we've got a... Oh, this is the desert vehicle. I've seen this. Wait, who's this by? This is by the... What? The ghost guy?
Who stole the electricity cable?
What am I
Frantic,
talking
why
about?
you steal the electricity cable?
I'm talking about the render.
What do you mean?
No, I can't extinguish the fire now. I need that bucket.
What are you guys doing? I don't even see you guys.
Endo, can you
We
off
need
me? Endo.
Like 5 people can auth you, man. Jeez.
Yeah, I've been asking for the past 10 minutes.
Well, get a real microphone.
Can I be
microphone's wait, it's not broken, is it?
I don't know. I haven't heard you speak until right now.
I've been speaking for what?
I don't know.
I give up.
Okay, let's see this.
Windows
forest fire.
update.
This
My,
podcast thing.
I think it's the Windows
Wow,
update
look
made
at that
me have
fire.
to put
It
'em
burned all
on.
the trees down that fast? That's amazing.
Destroyed everything.
That is amazing. You guys suck as firemen. Just saying.
They
All right.
caused the fire.
So what do we got going on? Okay, so Klara, let's go back to Klara's screen really quick. You can see what she's working on, which is pretty cool looking. And I think there's like a whole... Is that a builder group, I wonder? I don't know. Because I think another...
Oh, no. Oh, no, it
people
broke.
building this? I don't know. I feel
Oh,
like
no.
There's a couple of people who build those.
Oh, no.
But anyways, moving on, guys. Moving on. Let's get our
We
thoughts
need more firefighting.
and our guesses for the wildlife and
Why,
farms.
guys? I'm on it.
It extinguished itself.
Wildlife and farms, guys. That's where we're at. Come on, man. It's 12:30.
That's
Let's
what
do it.
we need.
Captain,
Where are we?
You
What's
are
happening?
wildlife
We need cattle.
and farms. Frantic.
I am
it's
totally going to
farming.
steal a bunch of cows.
Building Stormworks, building farm.
Where the men are
was
men
thinking.
and the sheep are scared.
I am
Farming.
I am going to kidnap cows.
So
Oh,
there,
no.
there are going to be sheep in the game, so there are
It's a
possibilities for love.
We're in there already.
Just saying.
Hey, chill.
No one's catching my naughtiness. Okay, just checking.
I am catching it.
Okay, just checking.
I caught it.
So what do you guys think?
That is-
Sheep are going to be
that is
catching
naughty.
it too,
The
unfortunately.
wildlife is cool because
Oh, no.
Oh dear.
Oh, dear.
The wildlife is
dear.
going to be cool. It's going to add some polar bears and some other things, and they're going to be dangerous, which is cool. So there's going to
Yeah.
be some danger out there. But the farms
Polar
has
bears.
me scratching my head. Like, what kind of farm functionality are we talking here? Are we talking about any functionality on farms?
What I would say is it's probably
Dude, I didn't even realize it's that farms.
It's
Is this why they
transportation of
redid the
animals.
fish? Is that why they redid the fish?
Are we doing
No.
a
Where you
fish
can interact with them?
A fish
They're,
farm?
they're redoing. Yeah,
just
they
the,
redid
just the interaction
fish
with the
and-
fish was interaction with animals because they're obviously going to eat us.
Oh,
With
Bishop
the-
said
yeah.
transport the animals. So,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
Yeah,
as well.
it's
Yeah,
a
I
whole new
agree.
wildlife.
So we're not going to be feeding the animals then, I guess?
You're going to transport them. You're going to put them on a train, and you're going to deport them to the Arctic. There.
Take, no, you're
Deport
going to take them to the
animals.
slaughterhouse is where they're going.
Oh, wow.
So,
Yeah.
part, of the,
Oh, no.
part of the DLC.
Mob Killer's asking,
that-
do you think the animals are only DLC?
No, they are. As
No,
much
no,
as I
they're-
understood it, they're completely free updates.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they're going to be part of the Sawyer Isles as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have, I think the more like cows and everything, it looks like they're on Sawyer, and then the more arid animals like goats seem to be down on the on the new arid area, and then polar bear is going to be Arctic, which
But
is...
if you don't have the weapons DLC, you can't protect yourself against the wolves and the bears, right?
That's ridiculous.
That's funny. That's funny.
they should
Yeah,
they should give you
yeah.
they
we
should
just
give you
buy
a
the
free
weapons.
pocket knife.
They basically
pocket
expect
knife.
me to have
dear.
their
So you
weapon
could just
deals
shank
already.
people.
And just shine your flashlight at them a little bit. Click, click, click.
That's a funny thought. We might just do that as
No.
challenges. Can you survive getting from airport to airport without dying?
We're gonna do Thunderdome.
Thunderdome.
Is gonna be something, and put a polar bear in the Thunderdome with somebody.
There
and
you go.
What they
We'll
need
take
is like a knife that's the free update, and then if you don't have weapons DLC, you just have to use the knife
Okay.
or spear.
Oh, no, I think we
Two will
should just
enter,
add a
one will
shank.
leave.
Yeah,
Just a shank.
Yeah, that's good. We can torture each other. That's nice.
Well, the other thing is, even if you don't have weapons DLC, you should be able to build some sort of vehicle to take out polar bears.
I mean,
think.
you could fight them with a forklift.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, we've seen that work
Just
well.
stab them with the forks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I agree with Drez though. I think with these animals, I mean, Professor likes to hunt with the AR, but I think we need like a bolt action and maybe a shotgun.
Oh yeah, bolt action and shotgun, that would be amazing.
For farm protection, you know, if you're
double
But
barrel.
see, then you're going to need the ghillie suit update for clothing.
No, not
over
a
under
sniper
shotgun.
rifle. Just a
Blaze.
It's
Yeah.
just turning into Stormworks farming.
Yeah.
Blaze orange.
So
Yeah. We want the blaze orange hat, with the little floppy earpieces.
Yep.
The flannel shirt.
what do you guys do? I don't even see. You've burned oh my gosh, you guys
Yeah.
have burned down
Yeah,
the
we
forest
might have
on both
burned down the
sides.
forest.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Oh my gosh, it looks amazing.
There we go, finally.
Wait, are you
Yeah,
guys?
the farming seems fun.
Are you
though.
guys just standing there, just kind of standing? The
Oh my
dude,
god.
For the moment.
Oh,
Frantic.
naked people
The
shouldn't be
dude
picking people
gaming
up.
is asking if you're here. Are you here, Frantic? Talk to the
No.
dude gaming. No, I'm
I'm-
sorry, the dude gaming. Frantic is not here, unfortunately. He is
No, he's totally isn't.
really hard to get a hold of because he doesn't like me.
Yeah, he's hiding.
Yeah.
And he doesn't work.
He's not.
So.
Let's see. I am Phoenix says he thinks that. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm in a camera mode and still being pulled into the thing. That's interesting.
It's your character's moving, your
Oh, okay.
thing's moving.
And I'm dead again. Who keeps killing us?
Tornado.
Let's see. The atmosphere,
Tornado.
though, it really feels empty, and I think it would help. Oh, so the animals. He thinks the animals going to help the atmosphere of the game. So does,
And then we just get those sounds that we need
so does anybody
to add to the atmosphere.
think
Yeah,
you're,
seagulls.
You're gonna
Seagulls.
I think seagulls would change the way the world sounds immensely.
Oh,
Just that simple
no,
little
no.
thing.
do you
Not only that, but the goats should scream.
Yes. Dude, if they
Yeah.
don't scream, they missed out.
Yeah. Do you guys think that they're ever going to add a new, I guess, like career starts? So you start as a train guy, you start as a farmer, something like that.
If not,
What I would
That'd be interesting.
Probably
Yeah.
not.
What
It's
I would like
interesting,
to
but probably not.
what I'd like to see is kind of a clock-in feature where you say, listen, these are the only missions I want. I want tugboat missions. I want train
Yes.
missions. I want farming missions. And so you can say, I'm on duty for farming, or I'm on duty for transportation. So, like, if you want to go transport people from the Arctic down to the arid biome, you can select during that game session, I only want transportation missions. And then you can play the way you want in that session instead of go to the bed, sleep. Nope, don't want that. Go to the bed, sleep. Nope,
Yeah, I
don't
agree.
want that.
You
Amen.
get 1,000
Amen.
transportation
Yeah.
missions or
Captain,
a
there
diving
was-
mission when you don't have equipment unlocked yet.
Yeah, exactly.
There was way back when, before they changed how missions work, there was actually a thing where you could actually choose which missions you wanted, and the missions spawned depending on what type of vehicle you had,
Yeah, that's a good thing.
or like
Yeah.
had requirements for different type of vehicles.
And one type of mission, I love tugboats, and one type of mission I would love to see is if you put yourself on duty for tugboat missions, a huge ship would spawn, and you have to, we get the transport tiny little boat missions. It'd be awesome to have like an oil tanker, and they could make it very low lag, where they just essentially it's just a shell with a weight block in the middle, and you have to tow it from wherever into the dock, and have it go through the river and stuff like that. And that would be great if you could put yourself on duty for specific missions.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about this game that, like, I love is that they're still supporting it. I mean, they clearly could walk away once they did 1.0 and go do something else, but they keep supporting it even though they don't do all the things that we specifically want them to do. they are still supporting it. There's new content coming out. There's new interesting ideas and features that are coming. So that's a good thing. So when we talk about this stuff, like, there's a possibility that someday Stormworks could have what you're talking about. It's just a matter of like, if people are willing to pay for the DLC, and the DLC is worth the money, and you know, if the devs can continue to get funds to get the game out. So I mean, I know everybody thinks I hate the devs, but it's not the case. I love the game. I just think there's potential that it doesn't reach. And that's where my rantiness or whining, whatever people want to call it, comes out. But it's not that I
agree.
I hate the game or I hate the devs. I love the game. I just, you know, wish there were little things that were done differently. So, yeah.
Well, I think the constructive criticism is how is what informs them what we want. You know, these, you know, I've seen so much on Reddit about people asking for. The train communities very much wanted Sawyer, this main Sawyer Island, to have all the railroads on them, and they're doing it. And of course, nothing's going to be as quick as we'd like, but you know, and like you're saying with paid DLC, is, you know, as ugly as it is that we, you know, have capitalism and whatever. That's how we keep the game alive, and the dev's job is to make it worth our money, essentially. And hopefully they make it value for money, but that's how you keep them interested in this game, because if the money dries up, they have to, as a business, go after new revenue sources, and that means a new game and abandoning what's not making them money, frankly.
Right, and I've never had an issue with the DLC. As long as the DLC is priced right, and it's adding...
Yeah.
It's adding.
Speaking of price, how much are we thinking it's going to be? That's the question.
$10.
$10.
I hope they stay
probably $10. Yeah.
I hope
I think it'll be $10.
I mean, weapons was 10. So I think they're going to hit us with 15. Honestly, it's such a huge thing.
That's possible too.
I'm afraid they're going to hit us with 15, but I'm hoping they go 10. I hope they do 10. I really.
You know, I understand people's. You know, I'm probably in a better financial position than a lot of people. So for me, that doesn't seem like a lot of money. And I understand people who don't have the money for it. But, you know, $5, you know, is $5 not a lot of money. And I understand, you know, if they were doing a DLC every 3 months, that would be absolutely obnoxious. But if they do an annual DLC and it's value for money, you know, that keeps the game alive. And I think it's worth it.
Would you
annual
DLC?
I'd be all right with an annual DLC.
Would you want them to do game pass? What do they call them? Game passes or annual? What do they call them? Like
season passes.
Season passes. You want to do that?
Season.
Oh god.
Yeah. As a business, they have to keep the lights on. They have to pay people. They have to do all this stuff.
Stormworks is their cash cow.
I know.
And so they need to make enough money essentially to hire people. And so as much as that sucks that that's the state of it. That's the state of it, you know.
Yeah. So, okay,
they did actually hire that sound engineer, yeah.
Exactly.
52 votes, 58% said yes, they should drop the build and rescue. 42% said no.
wait, I made something that relates to that.
Let's see. I'm going to do another poll. Keep talking, somebody. I'm typing a poll again.
Turtles.
Yeah, I think the... you know, the DLC is the way they have to do it. And you look at, there's so many other games that have monthly subscriptions, like WoW. You know, I don't know, I can't remember what that is. It's something like $15 a month for WoW. And, you know, is the content worth it for that? Where, you know, we're paying an extra $10 a year. I think that's pretty reasonable. And theoretically, if they, you know, they hired the sound engineer, which is going to increase gameplay, you know, if they could hire 2 more people, you know, that could greatly increase the amount of content they can put out in addition to the game.
Captain, that has been a long time thing that I do not understand. Is I don't understand, like, for instance, I don't know how old Thales is, but the guy is talented. Okay.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I'm as soon as if I was a developer, as soon as I saw the things that Thales was doing, hey, welcome Daniel. As soon as I saw that what Thales was doing, I would have been talking to him and saying, "Can we hire you to just handle this section, these blocks, whatever?"
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you've got the modders that are doing some cool stuff. Okay, you guys are modeling these amazing things. You know, can we hire you by contract? You know, they don't have to pay a bunch of money. They're just a contract and it's done, you know? And I would just jump on that. But it seems like it's pulling teeth. I mean, when you listen to a Deltar's Q&A, there's always this thing with, well, we don't want to add this, we don't want to add that because it's too much, too many blocks.
And then they talk about, oh, we don't want to add that because that would screw with balancing.
Yeah, and so
it would make the game more laggy.
I don't know. So I'm always wondering about that.
What bothers me the most is when they talk about balancing. It's a sandbox game. You don't need to balance anything.
You don't need to balance it. You need to give us the parts to play in the sandbox we want to play in. And I'm absolutely with you on the Thales, hiring Thales as a contractor. That's what KSP did. Kerbal Space Program. You had the best modders in the community, and I forget the name of the company. They reached out to them, and they actually hired them full-time as full-time people.
Squad, I think they're called.
Yeah, Squad. They reached out to, I think, I can't remember who they hired, but they hired like 3 or 4 of the people from the community, that was fantastic. So if they could go to Thales and say, hey,
thank you, the Dude Gaming. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Make us parts. No, it's fine. Make us parts, and we'll pay you on contract, and it's your job to update them and keep them running. That would be perfect. And that would add, a huge replayability to the game. Is adding those parts that he put in. Say, hey, we really don't want to add a negative buoyancy block. So we don't want you to put that one in, but put these in, and they can put in the constrictions, but it would take the work off of them as well to contract this out.
Yeah. Too, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
get a whole lot.
And if they literally wanted to go the route of DLC and cosmetic DLC, like these are the people that you should be like gathering up and using.
The modders should be the ones that they should make DLCs out of.
Right.
The mods.
Yeah.
Are they already doing that?
No, but I mean
essentially,
official packs.
They just killed your mod.
Official.
No, they haven't killed your mod yet.
We'll talk about it later, but
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just think that there's missed opportunities a lot with this game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I think we can, as much as we, kind of give them crap about not listening to us, we can influence a lot of this by, they can, the way that KSP did it was they looked at what are the most popular mods people are downloading, and they said, oh my God, this is huge. And that's when they reached out to those people. And, we can even suggest it on the bug tracker. If it gets enough support and, everybody posted the link to their bug tracker link to please hire somebody on contract for Thales mods. That's when they say, hey, this could be a money avenue for us, because if you notice when the game gets popular again, it's when they put out new parts.
Yeah.
And parts is what people want.
And they do that on purpose, of course. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And so if they, like Thales is my favorite for that mod pack he did. If they went to and said, hey, just the gauges he put in were incredible. They could go and say, hey, we'll give you, $5,000 to put this in and to maintain it for the year. It's not a ton of money. It's not a ton of work. He's mostly has it done. And then, they can just contract him to do that. And if it brings a ton more people to the game, they'll repeat it again and again and again.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, yeah, I don't have trouble with DLC. I mean, I know people hate that idea, but it funds the game. And if the game is staying alive and the game is evolving, you can't really...
if we give them more money, they have more incentive to keep going with the game.
Yeah, exactly. So when people get upset about DLC, don't do that.
Did you guys kill the server?
No.
What's funny is one of the first videos of Endo I saw is when he was talking about the weapons DLC. And this was a long time ago, way before DLC ever even happened.
Uh-huh.
And at this point, I never had a job. So money, wasn't really something I got across by even. So I kind of disagreed with him. But once I got a job, I realized they have to make money off of this. And I fully agree with Endo on that. They have to make money somewhere.
Just
otherwise,
I'm sorry.
They're not gonna get anything out of it, and that could lead to less. Let's see, what's the word? Less drive to continue the game.
So what are you gonna say? Go ahead.
It's when I go to work every day, I expect to be paid for my time, and I'm paid well for my time, and I work hard for it, and so I don't mind paying somebody else for their hard work and time. And as much as we kind of take it personal, because this is our hobby, this is our enjoyment time, that, you always get annoyed when your enjoyment time is seen as a business to somebody, but that's how they put food on the table. And to a certain extent, if you're paying somebody, they work for you, and you can set some expectations, and you can kind of tell them, hey, this is what I want. And the people paying for the DLCs are steering the game, frankly, because that's how you put food on the developer's table.
Another thing that you have to add there is the devs have to listen to the people that pay.
Oh, I agree. Yeah,
but they don't. They refuse to listen to most people. I mean, they rarely even listen to the things that are on the bug tracker. People add things like that are really well worded, and they just get marked as, oh, this is just another suggestion of this, and just marked as duplicates and get buried down.
Well, I always wonder if beginner is the only one looking at these, or is it the actual devs looking at these and beginner is like filtering them out?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
I don't even know if beginner is the right person to do the filter.
No, I don't know. I'm just asking. I don't know if he's the one that's doing the filtering or not. So I'm just curious. I mean, I would like to know which devs are actually looking at the bug tracker. I'm just curious.
Yeah,
curious.
I think I've certainly seen, with this current update coming, there's been, a few people talking about we wanted industry mods, myself included. People have been, the railway community has been very vocal that they wanted more rail lines and more land rail lines. That's happening. They are listening to the different segments of the community, but I think it's hard to gauge, how popular an item is if you're just looking at Reddit or something. They have the analytics to show what is popular because of the bug tracker is probably, they just look and they look at a bar graph and they say, okay, this is the most popular thing, this is where we're going next. So it might not seem like they're being receptive to the community, but then you have to say, how hard is it to put in an extra ore compared to something that might break everything in game? So that could also be why they steer in certain directions. Like people, screaming for change the buoyancy. It's not going to happen.
No, they're not going to change the buoyancy.
Yeah.
That would break literally every creation.
If they broke every one of my creations, I'd be pissed.
I would quit the game.
Oh yeah,
for like a solid year of.
Really?
To be honest,
it doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
I'm like break it all, man.
I would eventually come back to the game.
Break it all.
I would not
made
make
a vote yet.
What if they get back the option to change the version that you're playing on?
That would be good.
Oh,
yeah,
that would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's Steam integrated. I think a lot of games do
Steam's
that.
hosting
let you roll back to an earlier version. But so many people are, I have a degree in aeronautical science, and so many people say, oh, the aerodynamics is so unrealistic. Well, the aerodynamics is fine. The drag is an issue.
Yeah.
And the mass is an issue. But, as somebody who's flown, everything, I could make an aircraft that performs almost exactly like a real aircraft. And
except for the speed.
Well, except for the drag if you stall. You don't have proper stall characteristics. Essentially,
that's because of momentum. There's no such a thing as momentum in this game.
Well, yeah, that's
when
exactly
you slow
what it
down,
is.
you just instantly lose all your speed.
Yeah.
Because IRL, let's say I stalled, all I have to do is put my nose down, and now my momentum is increasing airflow over the wings and giving me lift back. That's what we're missing aerodynamically is the momentum, and that's all they would really need to add. But I think
momentum wouldn't break a lot of things either. It would
Exactly.
actually fix a lot of things. Technically, it would make planes actually able to glide. You could fly slower. You could you can do like short takeoff planes would be short landing planes rather instead of short takeoff planes, because short takeoff planes are easy.
Yeah.
Because just put a propeller on it and point it to the sky, and it just makes you fly upwards, straight up.
One thing I'm actually impressed with aerodynamically is, on my latest airplane build, I put flaps and flaperons on it, and I can actually, it behaves exactly like in real life. If I throw in a bunch of flaps, I get a big balloon. The plane balloons properly. I lose speed. I have to pitch and trim correctly, and I can get down to about 40 or 50 knots for landing.
Yeah, and you know what?
Yeah.
Captain, I was just going to say, what you're saying right now, something that I have to remind myself and I have to do this because I get moody or whatever, is that Stormworks is actually an amazing game that you can build a plane, a ship, a submarine, a spaceship, a helicopter, and
arguably trains.
Or trains. I always forget trains because no one builds those. But you can build in a car. You can in a car, in a tank, whatever. But you can build literally anything you want in this game, and even if it doesn't behave exactly realistically, you are actually able to do pretty much anything in this game, and it kind of
amazing.
It kind of plays
amazing.
like you can.
Yeah, and you cannot also make so many things work, so many different things, but you can design the vehicles in so many different styles, like from futuristic all the way to like steam locomotives, and it always looks good if like you can always make it look good.
And I have to remind myself of that because we get caught up in like, well, they're not doing this and it doesn't do it. But this is the only game out there that has a full open world sandbox. Where you can build
it is the only game.
Anything you want,
That's
and it
why
behaves
I still play it. Yeah.
relatively
the closest you get to this is modded scrap mechanic. That's the closest you can
and
get.
I
left scrap mechanic to come to this game. So
if it wasn't for the fact that you could do so much in Stormworks in terms of building in the editor, it wouldn't have been for NSO that I would create that, because I would have just moved on at this point already.
Yeah,
it's exactly why you're getting so upset about stuff like this.
Exactly.
It is the best game out there for
it. It is the best game. Yeah, and there's just a lot of...
I also came from scrap mechanic. Like, this is...
We sound like we're going to AA meetings.
It's amazing.
Even as far as updates go, scrap mechanic hasn't updated its game in over a year, and it's still got like another year to go before it even drops its update.
You know what game I came from? Starmate. Anybody play that one?
Oh, Starmate. That's such an old game.
We're not old enough, Endo.
Burn!
I don't know what
it's similar. About. It's very similar to Space Engineers in the way you build the things.
Yeah.
I came from Space Engineers and
Homebrew. I came from Homebrew as well. So there you go.
Kerbal, mostly from me.
Kerbal.
I came from Terratech, Starmaids, and then Scrap Mechanic, and then Stormworks showed up, and I was like, oh, God's grace.
Yeah.
Oh, I still remember that moment when I saw Stormworks the first time. I was like, wait, can you build all of this?
Wow, look at these little love stories.
I saw Stormworks and saw all the particles, the waves, and everything, and I like.
The gearing is brutal.
I gotta give him mad props for the shaders.
Matty is a great truck driver.
I just got launched across the map.
I see you on the map. You are moving so fast.
The art direction. I love the art direction of Stormworks. I don't think it needs to be different.
No, I agree.
Also, I took. Do you guys know Geronimo's sailboat? I forgot what it's called. But
sailboats are actually technically possible with.
I took his sailboat
with surfaces.
Yeah, I took his sailboat and I went up the coast of the NSO. I spent like a couple hours doing it, and the wind would come and go.
That's a fire.
Oh jeez!
But it was.
Oh, Matty, what have you done?
Really relaxing to run a sailboat.
Why is the steering? Why is both the wheels steering?
And what Tony said a long time ago is the island is quite big, and you don't realize that until you're in a realistically slow vehicle and touring the area. What are you guys doing?
I mean, I was if you noticed, I was flying around in this airliner style aircraft.
I did,
and I was flying at like a solid 150 knots, and this place feels huge, even in such a big aircraft.
Yeah,
this place, the Sawyer Isles is not small by any means.
It's the size of my province.
Yeah.
Like I can bike around my province, and if I use the same speed of bike in Stormworks, if there's a bike like that.
Oh, I wish there was bicycles in this game.
Yeah, no, it's the Netherlands.
It
would take the same amount of time.
That's actually a good update idea. Is if you could select a seat like a motorcycle seat or a bike seat, and your player character could actually control it with their body.
I think I just despawned there.
Here's a question for you guys from Red Wither, ITA. In your opinion, why is Stormworks less known than the other simulator building games, vehicle games? Why do you think?
I just got.
It has a very steep learning
curve. You think it has a
agree with
steep
that.
learning curve? Really?
Yeah, steep learning curve. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say that.
No,
because it depends on where you come from.
Exactly. That's
exactly.
my point.
If you have an engineering background, it's not a problem.
No,
But if you,
But like if you have if you come from other games like Scrap Mechanic, you're already familiar with the node system. You're already familiar with logic, like the logic blocks, as in
even then coming from Scrap Mechanic,
in, like, logic gates.
it was such a huge jump. I always said that this game was for
But there's
more
still
integrated
so much
Scrap Mechanic.
Oh God, no! Are you
stuff that
kidding?
you need to learn.
Dude, this Stormworks, in my opinion, is the easiest game of them all.
It's my sign.
No, it's easy to start.
You drive it out of the thing.
It's one of those games.
So much.
Like,
It's so overwhelming coming in as a new player.
Oh God, no way.
No, it is one of those games where you can easily start something, but it's hard, extremely hard to master.
It's hard to master.
Yeah.
Easy to learn, hard to master.
You came in really early, Endo. Like you're working through a lot of updates.
Okay, but look at this. Have you guys tried brick rigs?
Leopard's just floating around here in like his balloon
Brick rigs
car.
is difficult.
Have you tried brick rigs? Okay, Frantic tried brick rigs.
I literally returned it. I could not build anything.
All right, I can.
Wait, whoa.
I can do jack in that
stand
game.
here.
And that's a Lego-based game, and I couldn't do anything in there. Have you guys tried main assembly?
Spawn again.
Did you guys try main assembly?
I don't know main assembly now.
No one tried main assembly.
No, I can't get back into the server.
Okay, how about Trailmakers?
My game crashed.
Trailmakers?
Yeah. Trailmakers,
yes.
There's nobody spawn.
I love Trailmakers.
We have like 50 vehicles.
Okay, Frantic, Trailmakers, you tried that, right? Easy?
Yeah, I played a little bit. More difficult than this.
You think so? Okay. All right, here's the one that people love that I
Damn it, Frantic.
hate. What the
I
hell?
can't even get near you without getting killed.
What are you guys doing? From the Depths. Have you guys tried From the Depths?
Oh, I couldn't build in that.
Oh my gosh. Nightmare.
What is this? What have you done? What have you created?
Okay, and of course,
oh my God,
Engineers.
Freddy, you got like the killer truck here. Come on, man.
You guys don't think that Space Engineers is far worse than Stormworks?
I think
those games are so hard.
Space Engineers is kind of shitty.
Space Engineers, I think, was a lot
Sometimes.
easier because you didn't have to connect electrical nodes and everything.
Yeah.
I think that
I mean, it's made simpler, but I dislike that fact. I think the complexity of Stormworks is great.
the complexity of Stormworks is what makes it lasting. Is
Yes.
you can put as much complexity in as you want, or you can put as little complexity in as you want.
Which is
And that's what's great about it, because somebody who has no engineering background, no technical background, can make something or take something off the workshop and play. And somebody who has a detailed engineering background can go through and build the most complex thing ever.
All right, let's go.
And that's what's fantastic about the game.
Yeah, I mean, a perfect
I
example
totally agree with you on that.
of, and I don't mean to call you out, Frantic, but Frantic does not touch logic microcontrollers. But he builds.
You don't?
No,
Did I
he
put the
doesn't.
brakes on? Oops,
But
sorry.
he builds.
Handbrake.
He builds boats.
Dang, brother.
He builds helicopters. He builds VTOLs. He's built ships, airplanes, of course. And
he really doesn't do much logic.
And he doesn't do logic.
And they're good builds too.
Oh, I'm the same way. I've got somebody that helps me with my logic because I don't know half of it. So
That's the one thing with the
we all
community
have
and
I
that
took
person.
electronics classes in high school, and I learned all about that stuff. And I mean, it perfectly transfers right into Stormworks.
Which
It does,
which
yes.
other
No,
game
I wasn't, Quantum.
do you have to actually use like trigonometry, like advanced like algebra, things you learned in school that people think that this is useless. You're never going to use this, and here you have a game where you have to use this.
I don't know how to use it. I'm not that smart. But
well, that's you, Endo.
I can do it. I can do enough stuff in Lua to make things kind of work the way I want.
Explosions.
I can't touch Lua. I literally can't touch that.
Yeah. My Lua is my Achilles heel, and so part of the thing is I'm trying to learn Lua, and that's I think one of the great things of the game is like when I first looked at logic, I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna ever be able to do this. Then it clicks.
Yes.
And
it really does.
That's
Same
one of
goes
the
for
reasons
Lua.
why I make tutorials
Hey, Benson.
is I want to try to demystify some of this stuff to people who, like, I take for granted when somebody's like, I don't know how a clutch works, or, oh, I need a clutch. And I'm like, how does somebody not know what a clutch is? And I'm like, I've been driving. Go ahead.
You have, go ahead. Go ahead. I wanted to finish, but I wanted to remind myself. So go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
Yeah, so, like, then I say, wait. Then I say to myself, wait a minute, a 15-year-old kid will
so that's
probably...
what the button does.
Yeah. A 15-year-old kid will probably never use a clutch in their life because we'll have electric cars, everything's automatic now. And so, of course, somebody may not know how to use a clutch. So somebody like myself who drives a non-synchronous transmission who needs to mesh the gears themselves, that's why I make a tutorial of how to do these things, is because I take for granted that something that comes easy to me might be very foreign to somebody else. And that's the great part about learning new things is, like, I never knew how this worked. This is why I need to do it this way.
I drove a manual car last time yesterday, and that was like the third or fourth time I've driven a manual car, and there's so much more to think about when driving a manual, especially because of the clutch.
Yeah,
because you have to linearly let off the clutch.
Try driving in San Francisco.
And then you have traffic.
The only experience I've had with clutch is four-wheelers and stuff.
Yeah.
But those clutches are completely different from a car.
They're completely different too. Try driving a tractor trailer. I can't just shift gears. I have to rev my engine within the right RPM, or the gear will never go in. Like in a car, you have a synchro mesh. It meshes the speeds of the two gear sides. You don't have that. I have to rev match every gear change, and I don't use the clutch when I shift gears.
Oh.
The only time I use the clutch is when I start and stop. I float the gears because I manually, with my foot, I'm changing the RPM of the engine to match the speed of the wheels.
Wait, is this a modern truck?
Oh yeah,
no.
This is how tractor trailers have been doing it for the entire time they've been manuals. Is you have to manually rev match all your gears. I do it on my motorcycle. I rev match all my gears.
Huh.
I mean, you can do it on cars as well.
Oh yeah, it's harder on cars, but
yes,
you
because
can do it.
but they have shorter rev ranges as well.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, they have longer rev ranges.
That's the problem. Is the long rev range? You still have to get it within a very close area. Like my tractor, it's within 200 or 300 RPMs. Was my whole operation range. But like for me to downshift, I have to let off the accelerator, shift into neutral. I have to give it throttle, and then slip it into gear every gear change.
You can do that without putting in the clutch?
Oh yeah, because the whole point of a clutch is to unload the engine. And I don't need to unload the engine. I do it with my foot with the accelerator.
I didn't know you could do that. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, so anyways, what I wanted to remind myself, Captain, was that Captain, by the way, guys in the chat, link is in the description to his channel.
Captain does essentially everything. He's a pilot. He's drive trucks.
Yeah, but he did a tutorial on gearboxes.
Yes.
And so, do me a favor, not right now, but when you go watch Captain's video, go watch his video and leave him comments to what you'd like him to cover in gearboxes.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Because the biggest thing that he needs to make it easy for you to understand, and for me too, because I don't get it, is to get those questions in so he can make a better tutorial that answers your questions and shows you examples of how gearboxes and clutches work. So there you go.
Yeah, that's important to me. Is if you have a specific thing like ProfNCognito had issues with their with your clutches all breaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for example, like Ollie was saying, for those of us who've driven a manual vehicle a lot, it makes perfect sense to us, and I don't understand. At first I'm like, why doesn't somebody know how a clutch works? Well, again, if you don't have experience with it, that's if you say, hey, I really don't understand how a clutch works. I can then make a video on exactly how a clutch works, show you, GM used to have amazing videos showing how the mechanics of things work. Like in the gearing video, I show how essentially a gear is a lever, and the bigger the gear, the more torque you have and the lower your torque range is. And so these are the types of things, the more pointed questions, the easier it is to kind of explain to people how something works.
Yeah. I mean, I understand clutches too. I mean, I'm old like Endo, so not to call you out, Endo.
I wonder who's the oldest.
I'm not telling you guys. They'll put me in a home.
I think I'll probably end up in the home before you do, Endo.
I don't know.
Let's do
it's a close
10-year
call.
range.
I'm not.
80s?
I'm
Who's in the 80s?
I'm close to 80.
No,
Who's close to the 80s or in the 80s? Whoa.
Who's
Wait,
in the
who's
1980s?
years old?
1980s. Wait, who's in the? What's the question of who's in the 1980s?
Well, we'll go through the decades.
yeah.
Who's in the 1980s?
I'm not answering any of these questions, man.
Okay. Not playing.
And we know you're old, but like
I saw the moon lander land on the moon live. How's that?
I just fit into a couple of tennis balls for the bottom of his walker. So if that gives you guys an idea.
So that'll be 1960s.
Yeah.
What was it? 68, 69? What is? I can't remember the year.
I think it's 69. I don't know.
69. Giggity.
so he must be 1960s.
Wow.
So Endo's got me beat.
Do I? No, I'm not. I wasn't.
Carnivals.
Captain, I will tell you offline, Captain. I will tell you offline.
Okay. I won't tell anybody.
Okay.
95 years old.
95 years. Yeah, and we all know Endo was like 50 years old.
I do have special shoes, a walker, and eat at Denny's. So
New poll. How old is Endo? Let's get
hell no.
We love these polls. Let's do a new poll.
I don't like polls anymore. No.
Yeah, let's get a new poll.
How about we could do a simple one? Bell bottoms or
Hey,
no
you
bell
could do
bottoms?
how old am I?
Okay.
Jinkos or no Jinkos or no Jinkos.
All right. Okay,
Whoa,
real quick.
going
Since we're on the polls, let me read this. How much do you think that the new DLC should be? $5.99 was 33%. $10.99 overwhelmingly people said $10.99.
I think that's what it will be. I'm happy to pay 15 though.
I hope that's true. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. You guys want to do an Endo age poll? I'm not answering the question, but I'll let you put the poll up. Here we go. Endo age. Damn it! I don't like this poll already.
Wait, he's got to give options.
I'm giving options. Jeez.
Wait.
And
No,
if we guess it,
leave me alone.
Everyone just pick the oldest one for the sake of it.
I hate
It
you
doesn't
guys
matter what he
now.
puts in there. Just pick the oldest one.
Oh my God, you're terrible. Who said that?
I can't be the grandpa here. Yeah, I can't be the grandpa here. Even though I am, I'm sure I am.
What decade, Prof?
I think I might be the
what
youngest.
decade?
They don't let me put more
Yeah.
options. Okay, let me grab that one.
Probably. I think so.
Let's see. They only get. You know what? You only can put 4 options. I was trying to make a joke, and it didn't let me put.
Okay, so 80, 70, 50.
80,
maybe
70,
40,
50.
Somewhere in there.
We're assuming that Endo's over
I'd say he's
40.
probably in his 40s, 50s. 30s.
Yeah.
Just assume you were in your 30s for some reason.
Well, he does like World War II. He might have been around
I
in the
know.
40s.
Maybe he worked on
All right, here we go.
Oh no, is he 105?
All right, there's
Maybe.
the poll. The poll's up, people. 39 of you get to
The
vote.
actual question is
What?
he older than Queen Elizabeth?
Oh.
Let's just say that we used to date, okay? We did date.
Hey.
Lucky her.
Let's see. So Klara, real quick, Klara had to take off, I guess.
The thing is, if he's seen the moon landing live, he must be older than he did.
I was joking. God.
He was joking.
Oh,
that'd be 1960s, but
Shoot, I wouldn't know how the internet worked if I was born then. Okay, so here's Klara's render. She took off.
see it.
So on screen right now is the Klara render.
Very cool.
So had to take off a little bit
likely
early,
it's
but this is where it got to. So very
It's
cool.
shiny and chrome. It really is.
Okay, it is. It is very. What do you call it? Mad Maxy.
Oh, have you showed the sign that's on the
Witness
server?
me.
Oh, wait, where did the sign go?
What's
Oh wait, where did the sign go?
It drove off.
I'm driving it around.
The sign's gone. No,
Wait,
it's
are you
still here.
driving the sign
Move
around?
back a bit.
It's here.
moved the sign.
Oh, there it is.
Cute little doom buggy. Okay, so here's the question for you
Perfect.
guys.
That's it.
The next
love
thing
it.
on the list was the Stormwoofs, and so what do you guys think about Stormwoofs? The features, the idea, the concept, whatever. Go.
When do I get my cat and parrot?
Oh, nice.
Exactly. That'd be cool. Parrot on the shoulder would be
where
cool.
do I get? When do I get my pirate monkey?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your monkey, cat, parrot.
Okay.
If I had heard it, I would have rolled my eyes. But seeing it in game, I think it's kind of cool. And part of it was, I think the exploration element of the game is a little bit lacking, and I'm looking forward to that with the new arid biome, just like flying through canyons, doing all that stuff. But it looks like we'll be able to go find animals, and hopefully like the dogs we can bring with us and make friends with. That would add to the exploration element, is actually going out and kind of either capturing these animals like for the farming element, or like getting a dog and go finding a stray dog and
search and
making
rescue
them
in
your
the woods
buddy.
with your dog would be great.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Oh,
And
already have some plans
that would be
for that.
cool if the dog could detect NPCs.
No, that it can. It can.
Well, it says that it
does
says
it?
it's going to be able to pick up survivors or send survivors.
Oh, that's very cool.
And
Yeah.
they can, what they showed is they can pick up items as well, so they can go
that's
fetch.
cool.
You can play fetch
That's
with them.
awesome. Yeah.
Hey, Alyosha, you got Cameron Houston wants you to talk really bad for some reason. Would you just talk?
Yeah.
It's Houston.
Oh, is that Houston?
Oh Lord.
Oh, okay. Here, by the way, Ali just threw this up on the thing. So it's Stormworks build whatever. Shrug.
Oh, it's transparent, so
Yes.
it's messed up there.
Yeah,
Stormworks
that's okay.
build
You
whatever.
can
Hold
see
on.
it well enough.
Here's the other version. 1 second. There's the non-transparent janky one.
Oh, the janky one. Okay, give me a second. I have to.
Yeah, I just
save
used the
it.
fill tool on MS Paint 3D.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a second here, and I'll get that beautiful logo up. Except I have to minimize that. Okay, here we go. Boop. There we go, folks. This is the new game name we're going to go with. We're going to be petitioning the devs to go ahead and change it to this. I think that's a good idea.
So we have to change the Stormworks when it says Stormworks Live Podcast up in the corner of the stream. We're gonna have to change that to Stormworks Build Whatever.
Yes. Shrug, whatever.
If you send me this image, I'll put it in the beginning of my videos where the loading screen is.
That'd be cool.
Yes.
Yeah,
We'll just start putting it in there. Just everyone's.
I will
doing that.
take the transparent one, and then my next video will have this.
Build
Okay.
whatever.
Yes.
So
I think this could be good for the game to have a build whatever, because I think it kind of shows, just do whatever you like.
We can change it without them if all the content creators do it.
Tony, could you
you
change
on
the actual loading screen, the actual screen?
the loading screen.
Probably, yeah.
One is not possible.
Yes.
DX has been able to find how you change the textures in game. You can use the character commands modding tools for that. And then you need to change a couple of bytes at the start of a file, and then you can change that. So maybe.
So could you actually do it? So at NSO, it just says build whatever.
I'm gonna say a technical 75% yes.
Oh, God.
And a
What is happening in the background? It's like
legal
music.
80% no.
Tractor.
And
Oh,
a legal 80% no.
It's the beautiful thing that I've spilled.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I will.
Musical
I
tractor.
promise you, my next video will be Stormworks build whatever.
Build whatever.
The other good
that is
name would
great.
be build, comma, rescue, comma, whatever.
Whatever.
Build, comma, rescue,
No,
comma,
no.
destroy, comma,
It's just-
crash, comma.
It's just Stormworks, whatever.
Yeah, if you
Stormworks,
do all
whatever.
if you do all that, you need a semicolon.
Maddie, I gotta ask, are you excited about the dogs, Maddie?
Not really. No.
No.
It was my least favorite bit of the update.
Really? I thought because you
Yeah.
had those little doggies, you would love the dogs.
No.
No?
What does Charlotte think? Let's ask her. What does Charlotte
Yeah,
think of
what's
the
Charlotte
dog?
think of the dogs?
Yeah.
I don't know.
She likes cats. I think she's a cat person.
She's gonna start playing Stormworks again, probably.
Well, as soon as I get the mining.
Stop playing again.
Yeah.
Just
She stopped.
She played.
Wait, does she play?
She's on a couple videos.
I only took into the conversation when someone asked me a question, but what logo are we talking about? Because if you send it to DX or me,
We're talking
then
about
he will make it.
this one right here.
He will put it in the game.
Yeah, just the main,
Send
just the
it,
main
send it
menu.
to DX or to me, and then I'll make sure DX gets it because he's gonna put it in the game.
Oh, what's
Yeah,
DX doing?
Yes.
What's DX working
Thank
on?
you.
In the chat for.
What's DX work on, Tony?
DX works on magic in sorry, I was about to say Minecraft because it alliterate. Magic in Stormworks. Like he does the. What?
He does
Huh?
Thank you. I'm on fire.
Oh.
I'm not in the
Anyway.
game anymore.
Anyway, don't worry about that. Keep going with you
Yeah,
were doing.
no. So DX does a lot of magic in the Stormworks modding forum. He is what I consider he's basically a wizard.
Okay, so he's not working on the NSO then?
He's not working on the NSO. He's working on way cooler things.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right, so any last thoughts on dogs or animals in general that could be pets? Is that something that we're excited about, or what?
Yes.
I
I
want a monkey.
You want a monkey?
Monkey.
So would you guys pay for
I want chickens.
a specific pets DLC? Would that be a thing?
No.
I don't think it's a good idea.
No.
Yeah, just
I
no.
wouldn't pay for that.
Pair with something else, maybe.
No.
Okay.
Mayhaps.
I think,
Pet
I think,
DLC.
I think too much of it is like The Sims did that, and it annoyed everybody to death.
Okay.
I think that's a bad
What
idea.
about
yeah.
special event DLC type things? Like
but isn't that the disaster DLC?
no,
Yeah.
but no. I'm
That
sorry.
one was
I'm
an
sorry. I
actual
mean,
disaster.
it's October, and if you play Stormworks and you build something or whatever, it like unlocks an achievement and you get a pet, something like that.
Frantic,
That'd be
why did you
cool.
build the HIMARS?
I wouldn't mind like unlocking
What do you
outfits or
mean?
something with challenges and stuff. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be cool. Like, I would like, one thing I could probably do it myself, but I haven't done it yet. Is I really miss the building competitions that Jersey used to do and a bunch of other people.
Oh
do.
yeah, I remember the building competitions. They were
And-
so
and-
much fun.
The devs could do one for like October. You have all month to build, some sort of spooky Halloween something, and and then give us a bunch of like outfits that are all Halloween themed, and then for Thanksgiving have like turkeys running around the map, like Ark. Anyone who's played Ark Survival Evolved,
Didn't they do one of those things where there was like some animals that were just everywhere at some point?
I don't know.
As an April
Megalodons
Fool's.
had red eyes and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So-
I think
Just as a side note, you guys know that Simple Mark, he rebuilt Telly. It initially was made by Iogic.
What is
and
going on there?
And Simple Mark rebuilt Telly, and we're gonna be setting it up next year after this award ceremony is over, to be online as a cloud thing. And so if Captain, Professor, Frantic, he's got to do some, or Storm also, he's got to do some extra coding, but
Excuse me?
extra coding. But he's gonna make it so that you can actually put Telly on your servers, and you can run your competitions for your, your voting and all that stuff with Telly.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
For sure. I'll add
that'd be awesome. That would be so cool.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So he's gonna work on that next year. So that's cool.
that
So you'll be
sounds
able to have your little voting things, and it's really easy to use. He did a really great job. So shout out to Simple. Yeah. Anyways, let's look at the poll. 37 votes. 8% said I'm in the 20s. I wish.
A what?
24%.
No, Endo has too much
the
skin in his
born.
back.
24%. 24% said 30s. 27%
Is there anyone
said
here
40s.
who's in their 20s?
And 41% said 50s or higher.
What?
Much higher. Oh my gosh. That is so disappointing. Okay.
Grandpa
I think
Endo.
30s or 40s.
I'll take the 20s. Let's go with 20s. I'll tell you what, though, guys. I will reveal my face and my age when I get 1 million subs. Okay? So there you go.
Already revealed your-
You should set that for 100,000.
No, I want 1 million subs, man.
No!
I think we all want that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting like, I don't know, 5,000 a month.
I mean, if
or
Komodo
something.
can do it, why can't we? That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to run, guys. I'll see you next week.
All right,
Captain.
Alrighty, brother.
Captain,
Yeah.
all right.
See ya.
See you
Thanks for
later.
everything.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Don't forget to go subscribe to Captain after the thing is over. Okay, so one thing I did want to revisit before we wrap this up is last week we got the costumes update, or the uniforms, whatever.
Costume.
Yeah, costumes. I don't know what you call them. But has it settled in, and do you feel differently than you did last week about the uniforms? How they work and how they're
What did we
implemented?
say about the uniforms last time? I don't know.
I haven't even looked at them yet.
I don't
into
change too much because my
lowrider.
character stays the same for a career series. I feel like if I change too much, people wouldn't get. They'd be
Do it all over.
My
confused.
character doesn't change.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you didn't guys kind of like play around and you're like, you know what? I really wish I could color this differently.
Oh no.
Oh, I wish.
God.
Definitely half the military stuff you could paint, the other half you couldn't. So it was kind of weird there. I wouldn't mind painting some of the flight caps and then a couple of the jackets.
Yeah.
But then they would have given us less. They would only given us one
you know what bothers
dress
me
coat and
a
one
lot?
hat, and then we would just painted it.
I guess. I just don't understand. Like, Tony, are you around? Tony.
I am around. I'm around.
Actually, you're not.
It's a new DLC. Paint your clothing DLC.
But I'm wondering, how hard is it to make things paintable in the game? Do you know?
They have the code for it. They have the code for it, and the only thing that they, depending on like, you mean like you can choose the RGB value itself?
Yeah, just to paint the uniforms and stuff. Like, how hard is that to implement? Just to add it to clothing? Do you know? By any
In
chance?
terms of netcode, it's not that much because they already have the thing, the thing for editor.
Look at this. This is like a dramatic scene. Like if you look at the stream right now, watch this. Da 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 da.
You can't show that. Can't show that.
This is
Whoa! You got to reject some boxes for monetization.
I know.
Oh, you know what bothers me the most about the new like clothing update?
What's that?
You can't stack. For example, the vest, for example, for the safety vest, the life vest or like life jacket rather, can't be stacked on top of other clothing. And the same goes for backpacks. Backpacks can't be
and also
combined
you
with
can't, like, it's very
jacket.
disappointing you can't put your crew, your AI crew, in costumes, whatever, uniforms. I call them costumes.
Yeah.
It's kind of disappointing because we want to do the convoy again, and we want, you know, the dudes that look like little ship dudes.
I really do want to go back and play some of that.
Yeah. All right, so I think I think we've covered pretty much everything on the list. We've voiced our concerns, and hey, Jeff Hoyt, new subscriber, welcome. Hey! So I think next week. I don't know what are we getting some kind of thing next week? Or are we just getting more information? I forgot what it said.
Next week I think we get sensors or something. Let's see.
Oh shoot, yeah, something like that.
It was yeah, they put it in the last week's one, right? Last week's update list thing. I don't know.
Sensors? What?
I don't know. They put something.
It is this minor update is still a okay.
Is it
new sensor type component and some quality of life improvements is what
okay,
it says.
That's next week.
So what's the new sensor? What do we need?
I forgot.
What
somebody
what
guessed.
can we not sense?
We can't sense the dogs.
Animals?
Where's the dog? I don't know. But anyways,
a dog locator.
I want to ask you.
You know
guys
what I wish there was?
In the chat, if you go, let me see if I can bring this page up. I hope
better radar.
I hope I have everybody here. I'll be embarrassed. But if you go to my channels page, you'll see we have Frantic here.
Hey, Frantic, let me jump in.
Big Man Boy. We have Captain Cockerels. We have ProfNCognito, and we have Stormworks.
What is it with the wheels?
And what I ask you to do is, if you go to the channel page, if you're not subscribed to these guys, hit the subscribe on these guys, and you know, show them some love. Frantic is great.
How are you
building
doing
online live builds? Captain Cockerels has been doing some tutorials and doing a very detailed career mode with a lot of stuff going on.
This is quite. Endo, you actually had to show this. This is quite impressive. He's doing donuts. This airplane is doing donuts by itself.
Okay, let's check.
Yeah.
Where's it at?
I think it's more impressive that
Where's
I'm washing
Where's that?
the hangar.
Where's that?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's more impressive.
Oh, that's a very nice little plane there. Who built that? Anybody?
I don't know. Frantic brought it up.
He probably stole it then. It's probably mine.
Wow.
Oh snap! Anyways, also
Wow.
ProfNCognito. Have you been doing career mode, Professor? I don't know.
Doing a lot of career mode tutorials, the update videos.
Yeah. So like I said, if you go to my channel
Couple
page,
build videos here and there.
You'll
but I'm
see
kinda
all these
stuck in
guys here.
Career for a while.
And hit the subscribe button. Go check them out. Show them some love. And of course, last but not least, we have Storm Trail, who has been building a shed. So he hasn't been doing too much lately.
Yeah.
Wait, you've been actually building an IRL shed?
A real shed.
Yeah, I'm actually. Yeah.
And
I've actually already fallen off a ladder and burned myself on a drill.
If you want to picture it, he's like
Ow.
he's like the guys in Top Gun playing on the beach with his shirt off, building the shed. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Shed works.
He's very
Build and
lucky.
store.
Gaming shed.
But other than that,
Hey, look! It's
Build and
cleaning.
store.
It's a cleaner.
wow!
Look at that! It's cleaning.
Every Friday.
Look at that. Check that out.
Oh yeah. Endo, move your car quick before the street cleaner comes.
Wait, what?
I'm cleaning up the mess that you made.
Oh my car.
Yeah, you gotta move your car. The street sweeper's coming.
I already did. So if you guys in the chat have anything to say before we go, let us know. If you have any questions for Professor Incognito's Frantic Matty Storm Trail, let us know. Any questions?
Is Miss Charlotte still there?
Miss Charlotte?
She is, but she's got her earphones in.
She got her earphones in. Oh,
you gotta scream at her.
Meaning he won't move to ask her to.
Oh, so Quantum Bullet asked,
What do you want her to do?
Did you guys all hear that?
She has to say bye to everyone.
Oh wait. Did you guys all hear that Big Man is leaving YouTube? Basically, he's gonna stop doing.
Yes.
So everybody heard that? That's sad.
For school. He's focused on school though, so that's a good thing.
He's doing pretty well. He's doing pretty well. He's getting pretty popular. So sad to see him go, but I'm sure he'll return on special events. Endo, you should make a mission from the one from Top Gun. Make a mission? I can't make missions. It's almost. Have you guys tried to make a mission? Like a mission?
Oh yeah,
I have tried
to someone else.
Yeah, I just ask other people to make them for me.
Yeah, I try. The closest thing I got to a mission was making B-17's bomb.
Oh no! What happened? Wait, why is there a hose attached to that thing now?
All right, guys. So we are going to wrap it up. We have been streaming for a full 2 hours and 47, 48, 49, 50 seconds and counting. So we did a 2-hour show. Again, to show your love for these guys coming on here and spending time with me, please go spend time with them. So that is it for today. If you haven't done so already, hit the bell so it goes ding dong when I hit.
Ding dong.
Yeah, like that.
Ding dong.
And if you enjoyed today's video, please consider subscribing, and we will see you next time.
Oh yeah, good
Next
point.
Friday.
Ding bong.
Subscribe to
See you later.
Yep. Say goodbye, guys. Oh, and
Bye.
all right, there we go. Bye.
Don't forget the bing bong.